Everybody, I'm so happy to have you as my friend.
1.5 times around the sun. AO.
Everybody, I'm so happy to have you as my friend.
Execute Order 66.
Bro, I cannot believe this is my entrance music today. I cannot believe that this is my entrance music. Holy shit.
Everybody, I'm so happy to have you as my friend.
Yo, Babs, happy 92 months. Damn, it started and I was like, oh my god, because I was just finishing up my fucking makeup. Crazy. 92 months is insane, by the way. Just want you to know that. Oh my god, Amidala also with the freaking 66 months. And Akon for the 18 months. Thank you very much. Holy shit. Happy Pride Month, nerds. Hello, greetings. How is everyone doing? Oh my god. Good morning, beans. How are y'all? How is your Monday? This is what made me really late today. My Italian flag. Oh, thank you. Hello. Greetings. My gosh. Oh, goddamn. Sorry, guys. We have Automod this month. Which means it's gonna be a journey. Ahaha. It's gonna be a hell of a journey, guys. My goodness gracious. First event in the... Oh, hell yeah! Let's go. You get it, Ash, you like chicken parm. Chicken parm being the, like, thing that you pull from Italian dishes is, like, almost offensive to me, and I'm not Italian. Like, I would take carbonara. That I will take, because I love carbonara. That shit slaps. That shit slaps my ass. Also, God, you can't even tell that my eyebrows are different colors, really. Whatever, bro. And non-binary folks. It's very true. Frog is correct. You're like 20 minutes, I'll be on laptop. We're chilling, we're chilling. Why, Automod? We're on the front of the Pride shelf for like ever now. Usually they only do these things for the month, but I'm pretty sure this is like for the rest of the year, so we're gonna have to just hunker down, squad. Yeah, it was beautiful this time of year. Sure hope nothing bad is going on there. Oh no. Nicole, hello. Also, can I get some re-hellos? I know I'm super goddamn late. I know it's like 11 and I just got here. But hi. My god. Holy heck. Okay, so Technicality, Nicole, Irish, Bashi, Jazzy, Abritis, hello, Cav, Cheshire, Amidala, Bread, Tomatoes, Timbo, hello. My gosh.
Everybody, I'm so
Krug,
happy to have you
Banana,
as my
hello.
friend.
Sunrise, thank you
It's
for the 12
beginning to
months,
look
one
a
whole
lot like
year.
your
Congrats
mom's.
on your second sale. Holy heck. Frog, Ford, hello. Ring, D-Pod, Meg, good morning. X-Ray, hello. My goodness. Dan, hello. My goodness gracious. Howdy doody, friend Rudy's. My lord. Nate, hello. Lush, hello. Racer, howdy doody. Plate of soup, hello. Welcome on in. How are you, Tree? Hello. Frenchman, once again, clean the kitchen. Jesus, Murphy and Robin, I'm so sorry. Look at all these gay people. Look at all these little gay people in my computer screen. My God. Another day in the bean mines. Let's
I'm
go.
so happy to have you as my friend.
Yo, Case! Thank you for the 12 whole months, one whole year. Oh my goodness. Getting multiple year subs on the first stream of Pride Month is pretty gay. I love that. Congrats on your second sale, by the way. Hell freaking yeah. To only work 2 days? Let's go. Let's go. Grim, hello? My God. Yeah, we got that sweet gamer mix going on right now. Yo. Happy Pride Month, though, everybody. My goodness. I hope everyone is having a joyous beginning to Pride Month. Hello. My goodness. Gamers. Gamers. True. Crap. Dark Souls. Taurus Demon is annoying. Yes. Taurus Demon sucks actual ass. Rosie, hello! How are you? My goodness. Oh, you get those cinnamon rolls in the oven. I am so jealous. I am so jealous. My God. Hell yeah. Essays, I'll probably be another like 20 minutes or so before I start getting essays. I like to yap a little bit beforehand. And I know how much we yap during the essays now. Oh my God. This gaming mix is going insane, by the way. Chill out. Goodness gracious. Do we need to? Nope. You don't need to resend shit. I have everything already from before. I'll go through and download a couple of the others that were added. Is my ringtone and alarm? God damn, all right. We are continuing from last essay stream. Yes, indeed we are. Yup. Sorry, I was thinking Capra Demon, but yeah, Taurus Demon is in the beginning. Capra Demon's one in the backyard, and that one sucks balls. But also, there's a bunch of Taurus Demons in another spot, which also sucks. And there's also Capra Demons there, too. All right. Demon Ruins sucks shit, dude. That's just so good. So much learning. I'm so excited to continue to learn. I'm so excited to continue to learn. Sick. Sick jams. What did y'all get up to this weekend, though? Guys, wait, I have good news. We finished our outdoor shower this weekend. So now I can shower at my house again. The Shin Godzilla essay did already happen. Yes, that was last stream. Yup. Like, hello. Maybe I had a community garage sale last weekend. This sweetest couple. Garage for free? Oh my God, cute. So watch the. Oh, I fucking forgot to. We watched God, a horrific true crime doc this weekend.
Everybody, I'm so happy to have you as my friend.
Homosexuality.
Like the Frank and Rose, whatever the hell, in the UK.
I'm so happy
Crazy.
to have you as my friend.
Yo, Dexter, thank you for the 23 months. Gibble, thank you for the 24 months. Holy crap. Thank y'all very much. You bleach your roots, you're blonde right now. Let's go. Watch the new Mission Impossible movie yesterday, and that's speedrunning Persona 5. Nice, nice. Oh, Zombie, hell yeah. Beetlejuice the musical. Oh, fun. Relaxed the weekend, played a lot of Minecraft, assisted a friend in bringing a panda out of jungle biome back for a village over 3. Oh my God. Oh, that's a lot. Gilbert, hello. Emma, hello. Yeah, Riley, it's so much. Holy crap. I watched that docuseries yesterday. There's like multiple times where I was just like,
Everybody, I'm so
What?
happy to have you as my friend.
Happy Pride.
Curses, thank you for the 22 months. The British, yeah, it's, yeah. Yes, indeed. It was. Also, happy Pride. A lot of Night Rain. Yo, Pristine, hello, welcome on in. Night Rain is so much fun. I was going to have 3 of my 4 streams this week be Night Rain. And then I couldn't. One of the trio couldn't make it tomorrow, so we're moving it to next week. That's why we're doing E33. because we're my rain is just so goddamn good. It's so fun. Do you know that Pandemic with Leeds we had to bring on a boat? Oh my god. It's incredible. We're in a D&D session. Let's go. And went suit shopping for your wedding? That's exciting. Oh my god. The yummy chocolate or charcuterie. Sorry, I read that as chocolate charcuterie blade on my John. Fuck yeah, let's go. They're giving me random ass fucking music, guys, but that's fine. We were tired, but said it was long. We were playing family to the airport. It was the NASCAR Hall of Fame, though. Oh, fun! Like get a better PC or a PS5. That's fair. Lamp, hello! Happy Pride! I need to finish this show. I have not done that. Oh well. There's too much stuff happening all the time. I'm sunburned, so I'm ready for more essays today. Oh my god, I'm sorry you got a sunburn. That's annoying. Sunburns are annoying. But I hope it heals quickly. What are the essay streams? I've been gone for a while. X-Ray, hi! It's literally just this one thing. We were supposed to do it over one stream, but so many people wrote essays. It was just a thing one day. I got really upset that so many people are using AI to write anything because somebody complained about writing a 400 to 600 word essay without the use of AI as how do you even do that? And I could like shit that out in like by accident in my sleep. So I put a task to the community that if they wanted to pick something that they're passionate about to write 500 to 1,000 words on, because I know y'all are yappers. And then I have over an entire class size to read aloud. So my throat started to give out. My voice was giving out on Thursday when we were reading them. And then I took Friday off to continue to rest my voice because Thursday night I played Night Rain for 6 hours. My voice is fine though, which is nice. But yeah, that's what's up. Scobles, hi! How are you? I know. 1,000 words was not a lot, but I'm glad that I capped it. It's going above and beyond. Real. True. Gabriella, hello. Welcome on in. Let's get back here. Yep. I'm talking about essays. Because I could shit that shit out. In my sleep, brother. Damn. Sorry. It's definitely not. But oh my god, corporate pride goes crazy this year. The Dark Souls Seamless Co-op Discord has a pride flag overlay. Rainbow capitalism, baby. Let's go. I'm kidding. It's not, but it's funny. It's making me giggle. It's making me do a giggle, mate. Holy shit. That's wild. That's so funny. If I just went to look, because I'm like, this is not going to be good in here. I went to look, and the amount of people that are being banned because people are complaining of a pride flag. Hell yeah. Wild. Anyways, hey, that's actually honestly sick because that just means that the people who are shitty assholes and scum of the earth won't get to do seamless co-op or get any sort of updates on it. Eat shit. Losers. A well-needed cleansing. My god. Oh, bless. Destined to release an animated pride, not shit for free. That's pretty neat. Oh, fun! Emma, you're true. Gusty, hi! I did hear of the Twitch Moderators Club, yes, which is so wild because, like, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Mods have already been making those clubs and Discord shits for ages. Like, mods have talked to each other for years. Like, It's very interesting that they're making it official, but this has been happening for a long time. Like, hi, Drac! How are you? I've never talked to another mod ever. Never. Ruby, hi! How are you? Alright, server. You said Dark Spirit was vanquished. It's so good. Hell yeah. Secret moderator clubhouse behind the Denny's. Yup. I've only talked to the other mods on my channel I'm mod for. As I'm trying to decide if I wanted to submit it instead of the Deadpool one I posted. What's this? What's this topic? What is the topic of your second essay? Also, the fact that you wrote is wild. Cass, hello! How are you? Also, Zoe, hello! Got home yesterday and zonked out at 6 p.m. Hey, I hope you get some continued good rest. I hope you get some continued chill the hell out time. Is your second essay? Oh my god. The Waffle House. Because of the threatening aura. I suppose. I was gonna say, I figured it has something to do with Doctor Who. Alright. 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 Sorry, God, the creaking of my house sounded so fucking weird there. Quirky, hello! Toto, hello! Yes. This is why I was late as hell today. It took a minute. I was trying to figure out how to affix it to the wall, and then I just said, fuck it, and I nailed it to the wall. There's like, I put the one screw through the, because I had a screw lying around. I don't know why. Yeah, so, the flag is there, and I just basically hung things, because the flag is so thin, it can just drape over the, like, hanging nails. So things can just, you know? Nice. Yeah. And also because I put it up and I'm like, oh man, like it's great and I love it, but then it makes my office behind me look so bare because I'm so used to having so much. Also, the only reason that's still behind it is because it has a really long cable and I didn't want to deal with it today. But everything else is in front. It's great. It's beautiful. Any bathroom progress? That's so cute. No, Max's bike ride is this weekend, the charity bike ride. So we're basically on pause, but we did finish our outdoor shower. So we can shower at our house now. I don't have to drive across town every time I want to shower, which is so nice. Yes. New tattoo. Don't do that. My help to you is don't do that. Nope. Nope. No. Don't do it unless you want to go get it touched up later. Yay! Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Don't do it! Oh my god! Oh my god! Anyhow, sorry. My brain is slowly melting. Brainy, hello. How are you? Or Theo, rather, I guess. I don't know. My brain melt into a small puddle, as per usual. I'm waiting on my coffee. Where's this song from? This is from Portal. This is Portal. I think it's just Portal 1. Or is it Portal 2? Portal 2. Portal 2. Yes. Yes. Those are the tattoo-hating demons tempting you to ruin it. It's true. It's true. Oh. The stupid poison ivy rest time, please say I'm 99% sure I didn't get any on me. Hell yeah, I feel like if it's a day later, you would know already. I feel like you would have known probably the same day, a little bit later on in the day, so let's go. Thoughts and prayers that it's not being weirdly delayed and that you actually crushed it. Hell yeah. I was like gears turning in my head. That's fair. That's fair. That is fair. I haven't played Portal in fucking eons, dog. Good lord. This is a good song. Sorry. Akon, I hope it remains that way. My goodness. I have a category dedicated for Portal in your Steam library. Just, what do you mean? Just like different Portal games? How many? How many? How many? How many? I'm confused. I'm so confused. Also, I'm genuinely trying to think of what else I did this weekend. Oh, on Saturday, I went through a lot of stuff from my dad's house because I had been storing a lot of shit there from when I was younger. And I found a lot of old shit, including this cardigan I'm wearing today. Bunch of Portal mod games. Interesting. Interesting. I got you. I don't think I've ever heard of any of the story mod things. That's cool. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping to finish E33 tomorrow. Not E33, so Act 2 of E33, rather, tomorrow. Not the whole game, just Act 2. I need to do a little bit more level grinding, I think. Because I haven't really had time to do that. I mean, I have. I've just been doing other things, but... I feel like... Yeah, I don't know. I actually felt like I'm missing a lot of shit or something. I need to go and look again around, but we'll see. Portal Reloaded and Portal Revolution. Interesting. I forgot about... Oh, yeah, I found my old accordion. I'm never, ever beating the Weird Al accusations because I've had that fucking accordion since I was, like, in elementary school. Ruby, I didn't because I was fucking busy as balls this weekend. Yeah, I don't think it's that great, but let me peek at your tattoo showcase. Oh hell yeah! Ruby, that's sick. Let's go. From my old accordion. Ashler goes wild. I know. It's small and it's blue and it's silly. I also have my GameCube and my original clear plastic Xbox. They're back there in that cupboard. I have my Wii Fit board, which is crazy. I have my Wii Fit board finally. I have no idea where the fuck to put that. It's still downstairs. They're big. The Wii Fit boards are big, dude. So we'll have to figure that out. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think I want to part of Super Lemon would be fine. Interesting. True enough. True enough. Kita, hello! How are you? My God. What aspires to do. Oh, wonderful. You give off vague polka vibes? What does that mean, Liz? The LaCroix of polka? What the fuck? What do you mean, bro? The polka! Stop! I hate it. I hate it. What the fuck? A hint of a hint of polka. I don't. Oh my God. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Pokemon is my favorite Pokemon. Real. True. Who plays around you, but you can only hear it like a whisper of a memory. That's crazy. Gentrified polka? Stop it. Oh my god. Okay. You know. Okay. Please. Pastel goth and polka. Polka music, but from 4 rooms over. Wait. Can I do that? I want like one of those YouTube videos that's like playing polka music, but it's like really like it's like the polka music but being played from another room. I really want that. I know there's some out there. Oh, well, hello. I came in for the weirdest Ash was recently received. I know, it's very interesting. I feel like I've seen people doing checks and Automata has been okay, so. Lo-fi polka. Oh my Jesus. Which is nice. Yeah, Automata's been okay. I mean, it's because they blocked gay earlier, but you know. Polka's a fucking vibe. No, it's fine. It's just, damn. It's wild. It's wild. Also, I'm waiting for, Max is gonna make some coffee, so I'm waiting for my coffee before we get into, essays. Okay, hold on. Yeah, let's see. First stream. Okay, no balls, but I do have clit. Beautiful, wonderful. Also, sweet angels, I'm so sorry for how ridiculous Automod will be for a bit. Yeah, send gay during Pride Month. Yes. K with 2 Ys. Wow. Also, God, Silent Hill 2 music. Yup. Yeah, one's in chat, guys. If you're gay, happy Pride. What am I looking for? Essays. I need to download some essays. Where are your beautiful essays? There they are. Okay, so. Okay, I ended off with lamp. I didn't get lamps. And then there's that. And then there's cabs. My beloved! Oh, thank you, darling. Bye. Also, hold on, fit check. I want it to be kind of professory today. Hello. I'm the main character, camera. Thank you. Little professory. Also, I'm wearing gay socks for Pride. Gay socks. Happy Pride, everyone. Gay socks. Welcome back, Banana. Welcome back. Oh! Can I use the potty? Also, the fact that if I'm a professor, you would be in college. So you being like, hey, can I use the potty in college is insane. Isaac gave you coffee. Hey, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Also, this is the cup he gave me. Baby Ashley on her first roller coaster. Look at it's fading so bad, bro. God damn. High school teachers, professors. Oh, really? Oh, I love this song. Oh, I love this song so much. Oh my god. Oh. What roller coaster? The Fly at Canada's Wonderland. Cole, let's go. Let's go. God, this song is so good, y'all. I love it so much. Yeah, ma'am, can I piss real quick? So I was sure if I can potty. Oh god, frog, of course. Of course I want to see a magic trick. I am scared, though. Oh. Oh, god. Oh, lord. You may pick which to read? Okay. Damn. 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 Damn, Drac. That's a hell of a title. Where the fuck are my... No. Beanboat essays. Round 1. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Okay, we ended off with... So this is all sorts of fucked up and weird now. Oh, right, that's lamps. Fuck, okay, this is going to be rough to try to do. I should have really just done it alphabetical, because now it's going to be really hard. We'll be fine. I should just delete the ones I know that we've done, but I don't want to delete them because I think it's cute to have them. Well, I haven't started yet. I'm just downloading them. Hold on. Bell soon. I'm just making sure I'm looking at shit. Spread. Yes, I know. But unfortunately, I'm not going to do yours first, I don't think, because they're all out of order again. Okay. So... because some of them I had to change. They went out of order because a lot of them I had to reformat. And that's what made it all go out of order. It's great. One is a much better time. Hey, depending, I might be able to read both of them because I think they're both very important. One, because it's fun, and the other because it's a very important topic. We could also just have chat vote. But I also would feel bad because I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how far we get. Okay, sweet friends. My suspicious because time is server trying to count. It is true. However, meh. Chat voting if we get to mine. Oh, we will. Do I sit that or hold on? Hold on to it. Please do not do not start loading me up with mower. I'm scared. I'm scared already. I don't want this to continue on forever. Round 1 is done today. Hi, Sarah, how are you? Welcome on in. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Happy Pride. I was super late to stream today because I was making my office really gay. Classical bangers, we're going back in, baby. All right. Hold on. Hold on, sweet friend. It is time. Welcome to another edition of We're Reading Essays, bitches. We're being beautiful, and we're reading essays. Welcome. Can someone let me out of this log? Oh my god. Gonna listen like a podcast. Let's go. Have a wonderful time. Okay, so. Nope, not that way. Hold on. WordPad, brother. Oh, hold on. Hello, work, you stinky. Let's go, guys. What a beautiful song. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go, Beat Oven. Okay. Hi, friends. This is by Fish. So I say about Psyche and the origins of Psyche, who is one of the gods of, oh god, I think it's just the Greek pantheon, right? Anyhow, let's go. Very exciting, very cool. Thank you, Fish, for writing this. Let's get into it. Psyche? Oh, right, sorry, Psyche. Whatever. Anyways, Psyche was the heir of an unnamed king and queen, and the youngest of 3 sisters. Psyche was more beautiful than her sisters, and many people compared her to Aphrodite. Don't do that. The goddess of love and beauty. Don't do that. Don't do that. Would even mistake her for Aphrodite, and many departed the Aphrodite's temple after a time, which enraged her. Yes. As a punishment, she sent her son Eros, Cupid, to make Psyche fall in love with a dreadful and cruel person, but when he saw her, he fell in love with her instead and decided to spare her from his mother. As time passed, her sisters grew envious of her and married and settled down with their husbands, but no one would take Psyche's hand in marriage. Men would rather admire her beauty than marry her. This would go on to be widely considered a bad move. So because no one would take Psyche's hand in marriage, her parents became desperate and consulted the Oracle of Delphi at the Apollo Temple. He then told the king not to worry and to take Psyche to the top of the tallest rock in the kingdom and dress her in funeral clothes, because there she will marry a beast even the gods will fear. Despite his heartbreak, the king follows the god's command and takes Psyche to the highest rock and abandons her there. There she waited, but the beast did not appear, and it is said that Eros was also waiting, but was invisible. Zephyrus, the lord of the west wind, then took her away from the rock and into the temple of Eros, where Eros told Psyche in complete darkness that she must not see him because it would ruin everything, and that they could only talk at night. He then tells her that her sisters believe she is dead and are mourning her death. She then gets lonely and heartbroken since she is unable to see her sisters, so Eros allows her to see them, but warns her that they may attempt to corrupt her. She accepts and is grateful. Her sisters still try to persuade her to see her husband, and she ultimately does. So once he's asleep, she grabs a candlelight and a knife in case her sisters were right about Eros being a monster, and to her relief, she sees that her husband is Eros and not a monster, and as she's about to leave, a drop of hot wax falls on him and wakes him up, causing him to become enraged and flee. Then Aphrodite finds her and sends her on 4 trials, which she completes with the help of Eros because he feels bad. As she is about to finish the final trial, she opens Persephone's box of beauty, which causes her to fall to her death, and Eros rushes to her rescue and transports her to Olympus, where she becomes the goddess of the soul. Jesus Christ. That's fun. I feel like I did not know that. I did not know that lore. That's fun. Thank you, Fish. Thank you, Fish, for a little mythology to start the day. Fucking solid. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you very much. Very, very wonderful. Oh, I keep opening them wrong. Hold on. Jesus Murphy. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. This is from Technicality, and this is about 3D printing, I believe, which is very cool and very fun. My goodness. Let's go. Let's go. Venus, hi! Welcome on in. Oh my god. Her comfort 1,000 years ago about literal gods. 3 is everlasting, forever and always. It's eternal. Me, oh my god. Okay, for this entry into the essay group share, I've decided to provide a viewpoint into 3D printing and the modeling that is required to make your own things. The intention is to demystify the process and show that just like anything else, all it takes is a little interest, and from there, as long as the interest is maintained, you can quickly find yourself doing what you once thought was possible. My second goal with this essay is to also, as quickly as possible, put 500 words on paper in order to prove that writing so many words is not actually difficult. Let's go! Let's go! To start with, having an interest in learning some form of 3D technology is kind of important. You can learn without such an interest, however, that creates a steep learning curve from the jump, which isn't conducive to learning in general. A quick search on your preferred search platform will show you these and other 3D programs. Blender, one for those who think in shapes and approach making things from the perspective of parts and pieces fitting together in 3D space. Then there are more numerically based 3D programs like FreeCAD. Programs like these are for those people who think about objects and things in terms of lengths and angles, sort of like blueprints or any other 2D based design document. I am a Blender girly. I mean, I'm not the greatest at Blender, but that's how I think about 3D for sure. You like to add the whole point of Eris being Aphrodite's son is only one version of the pantheonic family tree, and the version of Eris is as old as the very universe itself. Oh, that's cool. Let's go. This is the second essay. Yes, yes, yes. Blueprints mentioned. When it comes to making things in 3D, the best way to find which program works for you is first understanding how you think about the thing you want to make. For me, once I saw a video of someone making a model in Blender, it was very intuitive to me. This is because what was shown on screen as they were making their design is matched up almost one-to-one with what I see in my head and how I think. It also helped that I have sculpting, woodworking, and other skills in my background that lend themselves to this type of model making. Oh shit, technically, I don't think I knew that. That's fun. I love being able to grab something, look at it from all angles, and carve away from it, or add to it, crush, stretch, and mold it into the final shape I want. Others approach making things from different perspectives. That's why I provided 2 types of programs to give you a rough idea of what this entails. Finally, we can tackle the actual melting of plastic portion of this essay, i.e. 3D printing. When the technology was first being used, the way to actually turn a 3D model into something that a printer could form required knowledge of a type of programming language called G-code. Sorry. This knowledge is no longer required. However, knowing it can allow you to do strange things with your 3D printer that normally aren't allowed by what most people use now, which are programs called slicers. Their name sums up what they do very well. They slice your carefully crafted or downloaded 3D model into layers from the bottom up. These slices, now referred to as layers, are turned into G-code by the slicer of your choice, which your 3D printer can then spit out layer by layer until your thing is printed. In my opinion, slicers do not have the wide range of differences like the aforementioned modeling programs do. The main difference is which settings you want to have control of yourself and what settings you just want to leave to the slicer so you can just load something to print and forget about it until it's finished. Or the print fails because you forgot some kind of preparation or maintenance on the printer. I've seen so much of that. All that to say is it took me about 20 minutes to type up while watching another stream for a game. I also looked up a citation tool so I didn't have to remember how exactly to format the 2 citations I added just for flavor. I'm bad at explaining things, but I can only get better by trying. Hell yeah! Tech, this is great! This is fun! And thank you very much for also linking these, by the way. Very sick. Thank you, Tech. I actually really do want to get into 3D modeling. I know that, like, literally, like, it feels like month by month 3D modeling is getting easier and more, like, approachable to people, which is really cool. And I'm very excited, because eventually I'd love to do it. I think we just need to have a space for it, because I really fucking don't have one right now. But yes.
Everybody, I'm so happy to have you as my friend.
Yo, Rose Smash, thank you for the 47 months. Let's go. Yes, thank you for sharing your insights. Let's go, dogs. Blender is great for learning it. Cool! Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, space is a big thing. Okay. Now this one is now finally Damp Bread's essay. What am I doing? There we go. Finally, I am losing my mind. Damp Bread is caught by Automod. That's so fucking funny to me, dude. Damp Bread, brother. Absolutely not. Twitch said no. No. Bro, if someone's gonna hurl an insult and call me damp bread like that, like, because that's why they would automod it, right? How many times do we have to allow damp bread? We have allowed it 7 times now. What is happening? Why is it a sex-based term? I can just hear. Just heard Max. What the fuck is that? What? Bro, okay. No, don't give that a Google. Just don't. It's okay. I don't know what this means, bro, but I'm scared. I think that's most of Automod, honestly. You know, really tamps, but I hate it. Oh. Sorry. God damn it. Okay, time to read now. Okay, the spark, not just the carcass, humanity and Tsutomu Nihei's blame. Okay, a defining trait of Tsutomu Nihei's classic manga Blame is its treatment of humanity. Okay, I don't know anything about this. By the way, I know nothing. I know nothing about this at all. So, let's get into it. Also, Nikki, hello! Greetings. Okay, throughout this series, a huge emphasis is put on the concept of being human. I've heard of Blame, but hey, it's great. The minor character notably referred to the protagonist with words, "This one's all human." Interesting. The irony is in this is that the protagonist, a man named Kitty, is not human. Well, he might once have been human. During the series, Kitty is something of an anomaly. He is generally agreed upon by fans to be some type of cyborg, functionally immortal and capable of regenerating lost body mass. Whether or not this fact is known by other characters or Kitty himself, who both refer to him as human, is unclear. What? That's so wild. Okay. Interesting. Okay. But even if they did know, would this change their view? The rest of the series suggests not. Blame takes place in the far future where technology is grotesque in its advance and the planet has been swallowed by a city of unknowable size, referred to as the megastructure. Once humans control the expansion of the city through constructs known as builders by connecting to an advanced form of the internet called the netsphere. Oh, Jesus. The netsphere was only accessible by people with the net terminal gene, the key to the city literally buried in their genetic code. When a cult released an infection that destroyed the net terminal gene, humanity's control over their own technology was severed in an instant. Ew, I don't like that. No directions, the builders kept expanding the city eternally and aimlessly until its nonsensical architecture eclipsed even the satellites in orbit. The cult that brought this catastrophe about managed to transcend their humanity and become silicon-based life forms known as the Silicon Life. What the fuck? This seems to be where much of Blame's unique definition of human comes from. Over the course of the series, people far stranger than our protagonist Kitty are referred to as human, people whose flesh is warped and augmented by strange technologies and unknown organics. The small pockets of people that seem fully human by our standards, namely a group called the Digital Fishermen, are regarded as just as human as these stranger peoples. They seem to have little to nothing in common with each other and with our idea of human. Notable among these is Jibo, a companion of Kitty's for much of the story. Jibo is a scientist and transplants her consciousness into different bodies on multiple occasions. That's crazy. His bodies appear to be flesh and blood, though equipped with strange biotechnology that feels distinctly outside the realm of human. Despite this, she was a very human character in terms of her personality and morals. She cares for people and is incredibly intelligent and competent, and even puts her own life on the line to save others and further the goal of restoring the net terminal gene. So where do the inhabitants of the megastructure draw their lines when it comes to humanity? The simplest answer seems to be that all carbon-based humanoid individuals are human. Outside the realm of traditional life are beings such as the administration and the safeguards, creations of the net sphere and distinctly non-human in form and function. But standing toe-to-toe with humans are the silicon life, beings grounded in the physical reality of the megastructure and everything life there entails. Silicon life are definitively regarded as not human for the whole series. At their first introduction, this seems obvious. The only characters we've seen so far are visually recognizable as human. The Silicon Life are strange in form, but as we delve deeper into the megastructure, we begin to see that they aren't all that much stranger than some of the humans. They can shift into new bodies, something we see is possible with Chibo, a human character. They want to control the city's expansion to preserve their race and make the megastructure a more hospitable place for them, just like the humans do. What truly divides the inhabitants of the megastructure into human and not human? You could point at the fact that Silicon Life grow their offspring in vats, but cloning and creating new bodies also exists for humans. Oh no. God damn it. Sorry, I'm distracted because apparently Yugi just butt scooted his ass across the carpet and got poop on it, which I love that. Thanks, bud. Fucking goofball. Anyways. They grow their offspring in vats, but cloning and creating new bodies also exists for humans, and biological reproduction seems absent across the board. Both races can be visually strange and shift their minds into new bodies. Both want better lives. Both species at their core are people. At the end of the day, Silicon Life are far more human than some of the other things that inhabit the cities. Biological makeup truly the only thing that makes us human. And Hay doesn't answer this question within the story, as many things are left unexplained in the megastructure, but the unique definition of human that exists within Blame is something I find most compelling about the series. There's a true distinction here, humanity and personhood. Is humanity defined by the carcass or the spark within it? The megastructure echoes back its own question. In a world so alien, can our limited definition of human even survive? Jesus Christ. Damn, bro, that's crazy. That was very cool. Very interesting. My God. Also, Val, hello. How are you? My God. Thank you very much, Bread. My goodness. Hell yeah. Stop with the... Why? Dude. Okay, I don't... Usually when you, like, allow a term, it allows the term and you don't have to keep allowing it. Brother...
Everybody,
it just isn't working for some reason. Brian, thank you for the 25 months. Welcome back to the Beanbelt. The best beans on Twitch. My goodness. Hell yeah. Said very well. Hell yeah. All right. Have we? Yeah, we already read that. We read that. Okay. Read that. Read that. Read that. Read that. Special enjoyment. Godzilla. Read that. Sun and Moon by JC read. Pine Barrens are read. We read that. We did read this. Okay, I think this next one is by Forrest, which is an introduction to C++ functions. My favorite I got to yap. Hell yeah! I'm glad you got to yap too! I love that people are able to yap. It's fun. Also, Spork, hello. Okay. Is everyone ready? Is everyone ready, guys? Disclaimer, this essay is not MLA formatted. That is A-okay, bestie. I never understand coding, but coding languages they're very fascinating and very cool, so I'm excited for this. Hell yeah. So Introduction to C++ Functions by Forrest. For most people, C++ is regarded as an intimidating programming language, and for good reason. There's a lot of concepts one needs to understand in order to be a responsible and efficient C++ coder. However, if there's anything I've learned in my computer science courses, it's that even the most overwhelming concepts can be broken down into smaller and more approachable pieces. Hell yeah. Oh, here's some pointers. Sweet. Well, hopefully this will help. So in this essay, I'll pick apart one of the most fundamental concepts for any aspiring coder to understand in a complicated language that's near and dear to my heart, functions. What is a function? As humans, we're not born with the knowledge of how to bake a cake. Rather, someone has to teach us step by step. Otherwise, we'd have to struggle through hours of trial and error trying to accomplish something edible. Computers are similar to us in that regard. In order to accomplish anything, you must tell the computer exactly what to do and how to do it. There are countless ways of achieving this, one of which includes creating functions. Functions in programming are modular units of code designed to perform specific tasks. They encapsulate a set of instructions, which can be reused over and over again. Geeks for geeks. Interesting. Think of functions like recipes. Each recipe is a unique collection of instructions that make a specific dish. Likewise, each function is a collection of instructions that achieve a specific purpose. Every programming language has its own method for creating them, but here's the general structure of a C++ function. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Not a bit of a function. Okay. Return type, function type, and then the parameters, and the function body. Okay. Okay. This is a simple function that adds two integers together and returns the resulting sum. Let's go through what each part means step by step. So the first word we come across is int, which is just a shorter word, a way of saying integer. It refers to what kind of data the function will return, which in this case is the summation of two integer numbers. For those who aren't familiar, integers are just positive whole numbers like 10 or 303. The next word, sum, is the name of the function. You can assign any name you like to a degree, but it's best to choose something that describes what the function is trying to achieve. After that, we see a pair of parentheses inside of which are integer variables num1 and num2. Simply put, variables are named memory locations inside your computer that store digital information. Think of them like a box. Different kinds of boxes specialize in holding different things. Cereal boxes are made to carry cereal. Likewise, variables can specialize in holding specific kinds of data. In the case of int num1 and int num2, the word int refers to the type of information each variable can store, a single integer. Num1 and num2 are the assigned names of the variables themselves. Because these particular variables were declared inside the parentheses of a function header, the line above the function body, they're also known as parameters. A parameter indicates what kind of data the function expects to receive so that it can perform its job properly. For example, our function sum expects two integers that it can add together. Lastly, let's look at the instructions inside the curly braces which encapsulate the function body. Int at sum val equals num1 plus num2, semicolon, returns sum val, semicolon. As you can probably guess, sum val is an integer variable that stores the result of adding num1 and num2 together. Similarly, return sum val does just that. It returns whatever integer value is stored inside sum val. Calling the function. Okay, now that we have a good idea of what the function sum does, let's use it to add some numbers. In order to activate a function, we must call it first. Just like how recipes are written down or typed on paper, the instructions we give computers have to be stored somewhere. Typically, every beginner C++ coder starts off writing their first program inside a special file called main.cpp. The file extension that comes after main.cpp indicates to your computer what kind of file you're working with. CPP is short form for C++, so if any file has CPP at the end, you can expect it to hold C++ code. Let's see it in action below. Okay, sorry. Example of a C++ program. Okay. That's wild. Don't worry about the code on line 2, include iStream. I don't have the space to fully explain what it does. Just know that in this instance, we need it for the program to run properly. Lines 3 through 6 are where we define our sum function from before. On lines 8 through 13, there's a new function, more specifically one called main, that returns an integer. In C++, the main function is a special function that every C++ program must contain. It serves as the entry point for the program. The computer will start running the code from the beginning of the main function. The return value of the main function indicates a successful or unsuccessful execution of the program. On line 10, inside main, brackets, we call the sum by typing sum and then the numbers. So basically, we just have to keep this somewhere. And then it'll just summon it later on with the things that, the numbers that it needs. Interesting. Cool, cool. All right, all right. Yes, I'm exactly. Okay. It's important to... Okay, inside the main function, have some numbers want to add. It's important to note that unless you explicitly instruct the computer to print out the result of the sum, nothing will show up when you run the program. Therefore, I've decided to include a cd sum before the function call, which prints out the numbers. Prints out the number that the sum returns. So then that's the output. 3, because we're adding 1 and 2. Hooray! Very fun. That's it. That's the program. So I didn't have time to go over it. I hope you at least learned something. I did actually learn a little bit. You can try creating and running the program yourself. Ooh, that's fun. That's cool. Ancestral color, much better. Interesting. Also, being hello, it's like casting spells from your spell book. Yes, that's kind of the vibe. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's like you have a little spell book of function, like, I guess, yeah, functions. That's exactly what it is. Jesus Christ. And then later on in your code, you can be like, hey, I need this spell to do this thing with these numbers, or this thing with these whatever the fucks. And then you can do the thing with the thing by having your spell book from before, which is kind of fun. That's a fun way to look at it. I want to think of programming and coding as wizardry. We're all wizards here, bitch. Hell yeah. We're all wizards now. That's a bit complicated. No, look, I think honestly taking something that's really complicated like C++ is really cool for us. Thank you so much. Techno wizardry, technomancy. Yes, it's very cool. What would pondering our orb be in coding? That's, yeah, honestly. It's so cool. Also, yeah, also for anyone who like wants these, also they're all in the Discord. That's where I'm just getting them from. If you like, you know, want to like dive into this, look at the thing, you know, all that shit. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Everybody, I'm so happy to have you as my friend.
Oh my
Joining
god.
stream
Oh
during Genius
Jesus.
Hours, I guess.
I don't even know what to say. Also, Sarah, thank you for the 37 months. Joining stream during Genius Hours. Yup. People be smart, you know? People just be hella smart. And I love that. Whose essay was that? Forrest. Forrest Gray in chat. Thank you very much. Very cool. That genuinely taught me. It took a sec, but then it clicked. And I get it way more now. So that's really cool. Thank you very much. It's enough Barbie lore. Hell yeah. Damn, 2017 quote. 2017, it's so funny when you go back far enough, because then you start to see like, you start to see just how goofy and silly like I used to talk, and how like, how it just like, oh, that's not quote worthy anymore, because that's just how she fucking talks all the time. Like Haven was 2 years ago? That's disgusting. Damn, that's disgusting. Okay, anyways. Frisia! We're doing Star Wars. We're doing a Star Wars, guys. Everybody buckle the fuck up. We're doing a Star Wars. Let's go! Holy shit, all right. All right, the hero's journey and a galaxy far, far away. Let's go! It is no secret that George Lucas took elements from already established stories to build his galaxy, and it comes as no surprise either that even the old epics got thrown into the mix. Without analyzing the plot and characters, we can see the patterns already, particularly in Luke's name. Unlike other Star Wars naming conventions, his surname is much more evocative of the epithets donned by Greek heroes and gods. Swift-footed Achilles, bright-eyed Athena, Earthshaker Poseidon, Skywalker Luke. Hey, let's go! Let's go! Now, both the Odyssey and Star Wars, concentrating specifically on the original trilogy, are prime examples of the hero's journey. First, I just need to know, this is incredible because this is so similar to what my favorite essay was in college, because mine was the hero's journey of Titus in Final Fantasy X. Very cool. Oh my god, Nikki. Have a lovely lurk. My gosh. Anyhow. Put briefly, said journey consists of a character who lives in relative normalcy being called away to adventure, often reluctantly, who then goes on through both good times and perilous ordeals to eventually return home changed from the experience in some way. When comparing these two stories, the first and most obvious connection is to equate Luke to Odysseus. Oh my god, which is not wrong per se, but I find that there is another character in the Odyssey whose personality and background align way more with Luke. And that's Telemachus, Odysseus' son. Jesus Christ. I just realized I don't think I've ever had to say that out loud. Anyways, both of them grow up knowing their father only through stories. Guys, I keep freaking out thinking about this because it's literally like, oh, Final Fantasy X. Oh my god. Odysseus' son, Jesus Christ. Yes. After having that paternal figure leave them during infancy, Odysseus was called to war. Anakin was killed. Hearing tales of their bravery and mastery, Odysseus is a soldier in general, Anakin as an incredible pilot, through their remaining family, Penelope, Telemachus' mother, Beru and Owen, Luke's aunt and uncle. Both Luke and Telemachus live a relatively normal life in the context of their circumstances and stations, right until they are 20 years of age and they meet a character who externally looks like a regular old man, but is revealed to be a wise warrior who was once a mentor to their father. Athena, having favored and mentored Odysseus in warfare, first appears to Telemachus as an old man as to not arouse suspicion. Obi-Wan, living as a hermit in the desert for decades, looks like a frail old man, but was once a Jedi Knight who mentored Anakin. Yup. Anakin is Jesus Christ. He died for our sins. Sure. The parallels between both these characters and the stories they are from continue, however. I cannot go over them in this little essay. I would need to talk about specific plot points that I do not wish to spoil for anyone, so I will leave it here. Do I think George Lucas was aware of these connections and that he intentionally and consciously wrote them in? No, I do not. We know for a fact that while he was very sure of the world around Star Wars from the beginning, the finer details were woven in later and, in many cases, were a group effort alongside the other writers and directors that Lucas brought into the project. Furthermore, the man is very fond of revisiting previously wrapped up storylines, which tends to open up the possibility of interconnectivity and allows for much more planned structure. This does not mean in any way, shape, or form that I believe that any of the previously discussed comparisons are a coincidence. The concept of the hero's journey, also known as the monomyth, exists because of how prevalent through time and culture the structure is. It all boils down to what we, as humans, look for in stories. The monomyth captures the human experience perfectly with all its ups and downs. It doesn't shy away from the bad and desolate times, while also showing that the possibility of a bright and hopeful future was always in our hands. Yeah, baby! I was like, let's go! Give me the hero's journey fucking circle! Yeah! Somehow Jesus returned. Born from Immaculate Conception, so true enough. Let's go! Fazia, thank you so much! Dude, I love the hero's journey shit. It's great. Because it's a great, look, it's like, yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah, because it's a great story format, okay? It's a great story format, and I like it a lot. It's a great story format, I don't care. That's a good shit. It can be used for, like, 99% of stories, I gotta say. Jesus is the hero's journey. Oh my god. Of course! Fezzy, hell yeah. Alright, alright, alright. Hey guys, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? We're back to backing a Star Wars right now, which I think is so funny. Oh shit. Wait. Mooney! Are you able to save out your essay again? Because it is destroying it. Because of italics and things. It's destroyed by the .txt format. Oh no, we might not be able to bookend this. It also seems like it's actually fucking up every single apostrophe. Oh no. Hey, it's just people were submitting them as text files because I just said submit them just with text, like a text file because I'm an asshole. Just save it as a PDF. I know Mooney can't hear because of ads, but I do need you to save it out differently. Maybe as a PDF. It's bad. Or italics, I think it's not even italics, it's apostrophes. It just needs to be saved out anyway. Are ads done? How long are ads for? No, that should be done now.
I have a present for you.
Yeah. Yo! Cole, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Booty. I appreciate it. Having some money. Go see a Star Wars. Go see a Star Wars. Yeah, just save it as a PDF. I just threw out words just so y'all wouldn't fucking dox yourself with Google Docs. That's all I wanted. So next time I'm gonna be like, please, for the love of God, save them as PDFs. And whilst you're saving it, I feel like it shouldn't take too long. But yeah, any document program should have an export to PDF. It should all have that option. I know that it should. Yes. Yes. Okay. Whilst you do that, Mooney. Okay. I love a good operatic singing. It immediately made my brain turn off. What if I can't listen to that and try to talk at the same time? It'll explode my head. Whoo! Okay. I'm going to read, excuse you. The Stigma of Young Adult Fiction by Saga Lauren. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Get That Boy Therapy has been done. Should we'll Star War it. We'll Star War it. We'll Star War it. We'll keep Star War together. We'll keep Star War together. Hold up. Okay. Hold up. Star War. Star War. Okay, fine, fine. We Star War it together. Get that. Whoa. Get that boy some space therapy. How access to a child psychologist would have saved the Galactic Republic. Absolutely hilarious to me. I love this title. We're continuing a Star Wars, and then we will do the young adult fiction. But I just think, like, putting the Star Wars together is funny. Most of us are familiar with the story of Star Wars, the rise and fall of the Galactic Republic, the corruption of Anakin Skywalker and his transformation into the feared Darth Vader. Spoilers. Movie's old, for the love of God. If you don't know, No, I am your father. I don't know what to tell you at this point. I think this is, if not the most, like, popularized spoiler in existence. Look, say what's up? Anakin been working, and we also ignored it and kept saying the Jedis were great. Dude, he fucking did. They really, I remember watching the, like, prequels. I remember watching the prequels, like, semi-recently-ish. And I'm like, I'm sorry, he just went and slaughtered people? And nobody said anything? No, I'm not even talking about the younglings. I'm talking about when he went. Are you talking about like the sand people babies? Because I'm talking about when he went and killed the sand people. He just rocked up to Padme and was like, "Yeah, I fucking murked everyone, and not just the men, the women and children too." Thank you, Sungrass. He specifically says that, which is crazy. And she still buried him. And she fucked that man. Padme. That is on Padme. Padme, get it together. Truly, that's not on the Jedi. That's on Padme because he's insane. Anyways. I do love Hayden Christensen as well, though. Cav, God, please. Anyways. Girl, you stayed? Girl, huh? Look, hey. Sometimes we get an assist from the music, okay? So good. Okay, so. He's gonna slay this. He's gonna slay that Christian girl. Good lord. No, see, this is the thing. Anakin's dick game must go, like, astronomical, you know? Anakin's dick game has to be, like, world altering. World altering. There is no other explanation. Like, yeah, literally galaxy changing, yes. He can't use Force, it's true. He is strong with the Force. You're right. Well, yeah, he's got the good midichlorians. Anyways, we're reading Mooney's essay. Sorry, I'm getting so off topic. No. Oh, poor guy. Damn. Holy shit. Anyway, back to therapy. Therapy for this man. Anyways, the revival of the Empire under Sheev. Sheev? Yes, his first name is Sheev. Palpatine's first name is Sheev. Okay. That's wild. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay. Sheev Palpatine. Many a Star Wars fan will have their theories on how one simple little change could have altered the course of the story for better or for worse, bringing forth many lovely AU fanfiction for us to read today. Yeah, let's go. Today, I will explain my own personal headcanon for the Star Wars cinematic universe. I love it. How the Republic would have been saved if the Jedi had sent Anakin to a child psychologist after he first became a Padawan. Yes, because that child was raised in some fucking horrible fucking conditions. Darth Sheev Sidious. Kev, shut the fuck up. Shut the... Charlie Yoda is fucking kidding me. I am spreading misinformation on the internet. He exhibited early on signs of distress. Absolutely. Surprise cults are bad. Yup. In Star Wars The Phantom Menace, we first meet 9-year-old Anakin Skywalker on the outer rim desert planet of Tatooine. Tatooine is not allied to the Republic or the Separatists, the two main political factions in the universe. Instead, the giant dust ball is controlled by the Hutt Cartel, a massive gang organization run by the very wealthy Hutt families. The Hutts were slavers, and when Anakin was only 3 years old, he and his mother, Shmi Skywalker, were bought by the Hutts. Young Anakin knows that he is property with few rights, and he carries a lot of anger because of this. We see this in the movie when Padme asks the confirmation question, "You're a slave?" And his immediate and indignant response is that he's a person. Throughout the rest of the movie, we watch this 9-year-old boy experience sudden loss and massive changes in his life. He's taken from his home and his mother, although voluntarily, to travel halfway across the galaxy to be trained as a Jedi, forced to leave the only family he's ever known. The Jedi Council and Qui-Gon Jinn brings the boy before them, remarks that he's remarkably old for when from when the Jedi like adopting children to the Order, as most children are taken from their families with permission, before the age of 4, and it's usually even before the age of 3, which is crazy. Taking children into the Jedi Order this young allows an easier transition to a life of no personal attachments. Anakin, already being 9, meant he had a very deep attachment to his mother, as you might imagine. Because of this, the Jedi Council knew that Anakin would have a much harder time adapting to such a drastically new life. I'm gonna be honest, even if he was taken from his mom at 9, he should have seen a child psychologist. Aside, if we just ignore all of the slave stuff, even just being taken away forever from his mom at 9, he should have seen a psychologist, even if he didn't have anything else going on. Yes. Anyways, however, with this information in mind, rejecting Anakin from the Jedi Order definitely wasn't the only solution to this problem. Granted, it is a moot point, given that Obi-Wan was granted the permission of the Jedi Council to train Anakin in order to honor Qui-Gon's final wishes. However, if the Jedi Council, with all the medical advancements and technologies available to the Republic, there was definitely more they could have done to make Anakin's transition to living as a Jedi smoother. Having a child therapist, or really any kind of psychologist or psychiatrist available to the Jedi Order, would have absolutely prevented Anakin's easy corruption by Chancellor Sheev Palpatine. Never gonna forget that now. And given the young man the tools he needed to live successfully as a Jedi. Being allowed to visit a psychologist would have meant that Anakin would have been given the help he definitely needed in learning how to process his emotions without letting them control him, as well as giving him the coping mechanisms that would have helped him grieve the loved ones he'd lost. After being separated from his mother at 9 years old, about a day or two later, he lost the only father figure he'd ever known. Under any normal circumstances, a 9-year-old would have been sent to a child psychologist to help them process this trauma. After learning how to process his emotions and appropriately handle his grief and anger, Anakin would have been set up for success to become an even greater Jedi than he was in the canon story. It would have changed everything because he would have had a healthier mindset. Throughout the rest of his training, he would have been more receptive to constructive criticism from Obi-Wan and from the Jedi Council, enabling himself to grow and mature as a Jedi. He would have retained the same deep attachment to Padme that allowed Palpatine to plant little seeds of doubt and Would he have retained the same deep attachment to Padme that allowed Palpatine to plant little seeds of doubt and paranoia in his mind? Probably not, since he would have been given the emotional outlets needed to maintain healthy friendships with his peers at the Jedi Temple and prevent any codependencies from hindering him. It also likely would have prevented the predatory relationship between Anakin and Chancellor Sheev Palpatine from the beginning, as the young Jedi would have trusted the Jedi Council more than he did, as we were shown. The prevention of the Chancellor's predatory relationship with Anakin would be of the utmost importance, since he was directly responsible for Anakin's corruption and fall to the dark side. Truge? Are all of these outcomes circumstantial? Of course they are, just as they were in the movies themselves. Anakin's fall to the dark side was fully choreographed by Sheev Palpatine. Yes! From the well-timed praise and attention from the seemingly friendly politician earned his trust when he was a child, to the way that the Chancellor fueled his paranoia and doubt as a young man. But if Anakin had been given access to someone who could truly help him understand his emotions as a young Jedi Padawan, perhaps he would have been less susceptible to Palpatine's manipulations. There's too many variables in the story to really be able to know for sure what would have happened had Anakin gone to therapy as Padawan, but I'm confident saying that it would have saved the Galactic Republic from the tyranny of the Empire before Sheev even had the chance to get his grubby little mitts on it in the first place. True and real. True and real, Mooney. Get that boy some fucking space therapy, bitch. Therapy is good and therapy is great. Thank you very much, Mooney. Thank you. My God. I see. I see good in him, Obi-Wan. Padme, this is his second war crime. Bro, he really just become in war crimes. It's crazy. Over and over. He said, go to therapy if you can. Yes, I do know that therapy is absolutely fucking hard to attain. It's expensive and hard to find a therapist, and that's rough. Fun fact, I do have therapy today. And that's just because my therapist wasn't available on my normal day. I'm thankfully not in, oh God, Monday therapy. Are you good, bestie? I'm okay. I would like everybody to know that I'm okay. So many workouts. I have never watched the Clone Wars. Never. What's wrong with the man laughing? My God. My God. Every time Obi-Wan's on screen, sexy back plays. I have seen that. Oh my God. Anyways. How many do we got left here? We actually don't have all that many, which is lovely. We're actually catching up. We're catching up, guys. We're doing it. Okay, so now we have The Stigma of Young Adult Fiction by Saga Lauren, and I'm excited about this because I actually was just watching a little bit of, I think it's an older Funky Frogbait video on this topic. Not necessarily young adult, but just like, not young adult fiction, but like the stigma of like more female focused like reading and female authors. So I think this, well, not the same, because that was more like book talk, weird smutty book things, which, you know, this is more YA, which is not the same thing, but same core of geared towards femme readers and things. Yeah. Anyways, service through open platform. Ooh, interesting. Cool shit. This is one of my outfits. Almost all of my doctors could be scheduled on Mondays. Oh, hell yeah. That's fantastic. Okay. The genre of young adult fiction. Young adult literature aimed at the 14 to 18 market isn't only a section in a bookstore or an online marketplace, but a genre within fiction that is proving itself to be more diverse, inclusive, and boundary-pushing than any other genres. To define young adult fiction poses difficulties, as when young adult fiction genre would be to define all literature out with this as adult. Young adult fiction may reflect common issues told through the lens of an adolescent protagonist, but the only defining characteristics of the genre are the emotional truths and intensities of change that shape characters and drive plots. It's through this understanding that the definition has been labeled debatable. Ooh, 2018 offers understanding, stating all of us were teenagers at some point. The emotional impact and weight of everything was just so much greater. This emotional state is what young adult fiction is built around. Expanding on this, O'Connell 2010 writes, young adult novels leave the possibility of a future. In other words, life does not end at the close of a book or the resolution of a conflict, which sends the message that there will still be more challenges and opportunities to face as life goes on. Emulating this, Dahl 2013 suggests that older young adult readers, aligning with the target demographic, are enabled by reading about characters for whom lives are still blank slates ready to be filled compared to their own. Through the reliving and retelling of stories experienced, she adds, we can measure ourselves against their choices and see how we succeeded. We can feel wiser than they are, knowing that what we did then turned out okay. we can also see for ourselves where there might still be some room to improve. All of this amounts to an honest depiction of life in general. Whether you are 17, 29, or 44, you are constantly facing your own coming-of-age stories. As content continues to delve into cultural and societal issues of identity, sexual orientation, mental health, bullying, self-doubt, we can see why young adult is hard to define in line with assumed genre rulings. This is why the problem lies in calling a demographic a genre. By classing all books with a teenage protagonist as young adult, you come upon the barrier of then defining story. Once you hit young adult, you start running into all the genres, barring erotica that you find in adult literature, but have no way to categorically separate them. In 2012, Booker found that 55% of young adult readers are over the age of 18. Noteworthy is from those numbers, the 30 to 44 age group alone accounted for 28%. This evolution, though significant, is not a new development. The demographic scale for young adult has been expanding since the 1990s due to what was called the MTV demographic, where young adult audiences set a new parameter of 25. And given the social consciousness of the Z generation and the issues faced by the people of the millennial generation, it's easy to understand why a young adult and coming-of-age stories traditionally targeting 12 to 18-year-olds is no longer broad enough, for if young adults were getting younger, they were also getting older. What's happening right now? Ow. The stigma and biases of young adult fiction. Viewed in the literary world as the illegitimate child, young adult fiction often struggles to be taken seriously as a form of literature, with a section of adults believing that young people should read the classics and nothing else. Crow 2013. And though young adult as a genre is seen to be in its infancy, these attitudes were not new. In 1997, Moore wrote that young adult can come of age can lose its stepchild status if we treat it with the same respect as other literatures. Complaints have been voiced against these written works, claiming the makeup of these books weakens and corrupts minds. Crow sounds like a wiener pants. Corrupts minds while wasting educational resources and time that could be spent reading canonized classics. Doll 2013 reiterates known criticisms from those who believe that adults who read young adult fiction are stuck in some sad as adolescent existence and quite possibly bringing down the collective IQ of our nation by reading below our grade level. Jesus Christ! What the fuck? This understanding is backed by Hill 2014, who reports derogatory views of the young adult genre being blamed for the slippage of morals, promoting sex, drug use, offensive language, or in this age of testing for the decline in national reading scores. Bitch, the decline of national reading scores is because people aren't being taught how to read properly. I'm gonna fucking fight people. This is pissing me off. That's why the teachers and young adult scholars focus almost exclusively on the pedagogical and sociological values of the books rather than examining them critically as pieces of literature. A contradictory statement considering study of young adult literature is a staple of English educational programs in North America, with competency in the subject a requirement for students seeking a teaching credential. Though this doesn't indicate substantial change, there's a long way to go, as many high school teachers remain reluctant to use young adult literature in their classrooms. The Critical Merits of Young Adult Literature Coming of Age 2010. It's this bias that generates stigma around the reading of young adults, especially for those who fall outside of the targeted market. But Drew 2016 makes the point, if adults shouldn't read young adults, then maybe teens shouldn't read middle grade. Adults probably should not read picture books to their children. Please stop that 12-year-old from reading classics because those are adult books. As Jensen writes, we are all perfectly aware when you're an adult that you are only ever allowed to do things for adults, and any deviation from the standard norms of a socially constructed idea of normal means that you need to justify your actions. Holy shit. Hey, write that essay, bestie. Do it up. Melinda Lowe, 2013, researched these notions and found readers of young adult fiction enjoy the intimacy of a story at the beginning of a new path of first experiences leading through experimentation to growth that as adults we feel less able to experience. The enjoyment, she writes, comes from having that desire to connect with the you that's still young, having appreciation for that time in your life and wanting to reconnect with it. Lo concludes that it is the constant search we have for our own identity, whether we are 16 or 30, which pulls us back to the narratives focusing on these journeys. Drew's 2016 backs this, saying it's easier to remember life 10 years ago than it is to envision the next 10. And while adults sometimes have more life experience and understanding of who we are, we still have a lot of the same fears and struggles that teens have today and which we had then. True and real. My God, Lauren, thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. It was a wonderful, if not infuriating read. A wonderful, if not infuriating read that makes me want to start reading again, honestly. I'll be real. This is very, very, very well written. Hell yeah. Let's go. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. Yeah, might read out of spite now? Yup. Okay. Okay, now this is... So, this is Lamp's essay. But I just saw the diagram. And it's just... Oh. I'm sorry. I'm dying. Lamp. My God. Honorary asexual. Hey, bestie. How are you? Welcome on in. Okay. Studying the Origins of a King, a look into how the Tyrannosaur genus evolved in North America. Holy shit! Dinosaurs, bitch! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Gerald was gonna buy chapter books at school book first so we could read them together because I want to actually read the stuff and let her buy them because they're too old for her. That's fucking infuriating, dude. I would march my bitch ass down there and I would start fucking yelling. I would be that person. I would be that person. I don't care. Sorry. Anyways, continue. I must read. Introduction. Tyrannosaurus Rex has been one of the most, if not the most famous dinosaur in pop culture for the past 31 years. Ever since the release of Jurassic Park in 1994, the T-Rex has been, oh my God, that's how long ago that was. I am almost 30, Jesus Christ. Anyways, T-Rex has been a part of the wider pop culture zeitgeist, both for the better since the increased exposure and interest in paleontology results in more people joining the field and increased budgets to studies, and also for the worst, since the very specific image usually portrayed of the creature is oftentimes outdated and extremely inaccurate. I love her, but I needed to call her out. Please. Please do, okay? Please do. So here we go. She is a fraud. Did you call her a fraud? She's a fraud! Inaccurate tail. Dehydrated titties. Holy shit. Incredible. Incredible. As new fossils get unearthed and new studies get conducted, we get closer and closer to learning about how this animal actually lived and behaved. And today I will be focusing on one such study. Everything, but tits is included. Okay, I see. Oh my God. The study in question doesn't focus on the T-Rex itself, but rather the origins of its and other Tyrannosaur ancestors and how they, alongside the ancestors of its fellow clade known as the Megaraptora, or simply the Megaraptors, might have migrated to North America as opposed to originating within the continent, while also using biographical data to test how the climate of the continent potentially contributed and resulted in the T-Rex growing in size. go! Methods of research. Before getting into the study itself, I'll discuss exactly what data was used while conducting the research. To simplify for time's sake, the main resources used for this study were different phylogenetic trees of Tyrannosaurus and Megaraptors, and speculated climate data from the time to test exactly how much climate specifically had an effect on the size of the clades. Now that we have that out of the way, we can finally get into the real meat of the study. Nice. The migration of Tyrannosaur ancestors. The research done in previous studies have suggested that the genus of Tyrannosaur migrated to North America through Asia after looking at Asian tyrannosaurids like the Tarbosaurus and its more distinct phylogenetic relationship with North American tyrannosaurids like Daspletosaurus. And this specific study found that after using a specific phylogenetic tree model known as DEC plus J, while the Tyrannosaur itself is more likely than not a North American genus, its distant ancestors did in fact migrate to North America through Asia during the late Campanian era of the Cretaceous some 75 to 72 million years ago. Interesting. The origin of Tyrannosaur as its own genus. So now that we've established that its ancestors migrated to North America, where did the Tyrannosaur originate exactly? Well, for that, we need to go back to when there wasn't a North America. We need to go back to the times of Laramidia. So what is Laramidia, you might wonder? Well, back in the Cretaceous, back in the late Cretaceous, the landmass that we know as North America was split into two parts, with a shallow sea running down the middle of the continent. Laramidia refers to a landmass which spanned the southern part of North America from Alaska to the middle of Mexico. Without getting into the entire history of it, Laramidia also its northern counterpart, Appalachia, baby! I was like thinking thoughts about this. There you go, guys. Let's go. Split from a supercontinent called Laurasia, which, as its name implies, connected the land masses to what is now Asia. That's Laurasia. Wow. Very cool. Yeah, and these are the insane fucking mountains. So guys, remember, you know that Appalachia still has mountains, right? This was like fucking millions of years ago, and these bitches are still hanging out. These bitches are here. And yes, I think this part of it over here split off to be part of the Scottish Highlands. So like these mountains split off. Appalachia is older than trees. Yeah, they're old as piss. Yeah, that's why a lot of people think, yeah, Appalachia is like haunted or odd or has some shit going on. It is because they are old. Yep. Oh yeah. Anyways, very old. I think that's just so fucking cool. Hell yeah. As Laramidia and Appalachia. Beautiful. The Western Interior Seaway. Love to see it. And this is where we find the post-migration ancestors of the T-Rex, which, as per the findings of the study, first branched out into southern Laramidia before having a few more populations migrating more up north and diversifying in both regions. And thus, after a few more million years, we arrive at the genus known as Tyrannosaur and the iconic and often inaccurately depicted Tyrannosaurus rex. But whether the genus itself first appeared in the northern or southern part of the continent is still unclear and up for debate. Side note, there's actually supposed evidence that Tyrannosaurus specifically evolved in southern Laramidia because of the holotype fossil of a species known as T. micraensis. I'm sorry, I butchered that. But the exact age of that holotype is still up for debate post-initial discovery and paper, so it's not a good way of determining exactly where the genus comes from. I'd still recommend reading about it, though, because regardless of how old it is, it's still a new Tyrannosaurus species, which is really cool to learn about. I'd recommend this specific article since it's pretty light read, and they link the full paper if you want to do any more readings. Very cool. If anyone wants to do more readings, there you go. the effects of climate on Tyrannosaur gigantism. To start off, it's extremely likely that gigantism in tyrannosaurs evolved after a temperature shift towards colder climates. However, this does not mean that gigantism on its own originates in specifically colder environments, with one exception being that of the Tyrannosaur, which grew in size and became a successful hunter in colder, elevated environments because of its unusual evolution, which is, as of what we currently know, not found anywhere else in the Tyrannosaur fossil record. It is considered an outlier. Hey! Holy shit! A Tyrannosaurus Huali compared to the 1.8 meter tall person. Jesus Christ. That's a big motherfucker right there. That's a big guy. Goddamn. I don't know if y'all are interested in new Tyrannosaurus. I would highly recommend reading up on it, and also the Nanosaurus. Basically, imagine a dinosaur bigger than a full-grown moose that lived in the Arctic with the claws and teeth of a T-Rex. Terrifying, but also cool as hell. Very sick. Thank you, Lamp. Dude, look, I fucking love dinosaur brand autism because I feel like dinosaurs are cool as shit. Anyways. Continuing onwards, the evolution of megaraptors alongside the T-Rex. I'm gonna be real. I don't have time to get into them, but the massive TLDR is that while we don't have a lot of information on them because their fossil record is still pretty unknown, it's possible that they originated from Asia like tyrannosaurs and were widely spread across the supercontinent of Gondwana, which existed alongside Laurasia, and were some of the earliest members that separated from the Tyrannosauridae family. That's a gross simplification of the entire thing, but I will link the paper if y'all want to read the whole thing. Let's go. Conclusion, to finish this off, dinosaurs are cool, right? Thank you so much for indulging in this special interest I've had since I was like 5, but don't usually get to talk about it. Let's go! Yes! Thank you, Lamp! Thank you, Lamp, for dinosaur facts! That's so sick!
Everybody,
Let's go!
You as my friend.
Yo, Netsever, thank you for the 16 months. Let's go. Holy shit. My God. Thank you very, very much. Very fantastic. Very fantastic. Let's go, dinos. Okay, we have like 3 essays left. It's 12:49. I'll read both of Drax, I think. We're going to read Drax's first essay now, then we're going to read Cavs, and then we're going to read Drax's second essay. And I think that'll probably be it. We fucking did it. We did it, chat. Y'all are incredible. Holy shit. Okay. I'm very excited about this because hell yeah. All right. Here's the essay was done. Fuck yeah. Thank you very, very much. Had super long fingers made out of marrow. Like, No, that's okay. We don't need that. What's happening here? Oh, sorry. Let's do a little stand first. We're doing a little stand first. Got a little stand minute, yeah? Do a little ditty. Time for sauna to be back in bed. Gusty, have a wonderful sauna. Have a wonderful sauna. Automod is going wild today because Automod is on at all because I have to have Automod on while I'm on the Pride shelf, friends. So sorry. And since I've been reading your licensing, but I feel it may be spooky. I mean, I am down for whatever you choose to share, truly. I really am. Can we get there? God, a minute takes so long sometimes. It's wild. It's just hanging out. Yes! That's why I was late as shit today. There we go. I did my stand. I did my little stand. Okay. This is Drex. I say. Thoughts, a fraction of my thoughts and feelings about Deadpool. Which I love Deadpool. I love Deadpool. I know more than I think people have just watched like the movies now. Cause I know much less than Drake for sure. So I'm very excited. Oh yes, I would love that, Diana. I would truly be so interested in that. Really, truly. Okay, yeah. Fraction of my thoughts and feelings about Deadpool. Content warning. This essay mentions sexual harassment and assault, death, killing, and suicide. While these themes will not be delved into beyond mentioning them by name, reader's discretion is advised. Thank you, Drag, for a little content warning. Wade Winston Wilson, also known by his alter ego Deadpool, is a character that appears in comics published by Marvel Comics. He first appeared in December 1990 in New Mutants number 98, created by Fabian, Nicieza? I'm so sorry. And Rob Liefeld. Nicieza pointed out that he looked a lot like Deathstroke from DC Comics, so he gave Deadpool the real name of Wade Wilson as an inside joke to being related to Slade Wilson, Deathstroke's alter ego. My goodness. Liz, I'm down with it. Also, Wonky, hello. Since then, many different writers have brought him to the page or screen, adding their spin to the character until he became what many of us recognize today. Like almost every comic book character that exists, the iterations and interpretations of Deadpool are numerous and varied. I'm a big Deadpool fan and have thoughts about him that I recently learned aren't widely shared. With this essay, I will try to change that and hopefully convince you to give Regenerating Degenerate a chance. Dude, don't worry, all my homies hate. Yep, perfect. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not in the know on that one, but I'm down. We ride at dawn. We ride at dawn. Also, I feel like, yeah, a lot of people don't know shit all about Deadpool from the comics, and that's why I think a lot of people are like, think he's like annoying and stupid or something sometimes, but it's like, bro, Deadpool's actually sick as fuck. Anyways, I'm a Deadpool fan, so I'm excited for this. A few years ago, the fact that I was a Deadpool fan came up in a conversation I was having with my partner. She and I are very comfortable and open with each other, so she outright told me that usually that would be a yellow flag for her. It was not enough to end a relationship over, but she had enough awful experiences with Deadpool fans that it would cause her to raise an eyebrow. That surprised me. I had never met someone who considered liking a particular character a potential deal breaker at worst, or a warning sign at best, so I asked her why she felt that way. Her explanation was more than understandable and unfortunately common in her corner of the cosplay community. Oh my god, I cannot even imagine. The absolute... See, that's the thing, because people think Deadpool is silly, goofy, and kind of like... People try to get away with a lot of horrific shit in Deadpool cosplay. When Wade Wilson would chop your dick off. For the shit that they get up to, so. Anyways, like, he would be biz. Yep, nope, that's fair. Oh, that's fair. Oh, lordy. Anyways, yes, she had never had an interest in reading any Deadpool comics, but she was an avid con-goer. At conventions, Deadpool players often use the excuse it's what the character would do to justify inappropriate behavior, verbal abuse, and sometimes flat-out sexual harassment and assault. So Deadpool must be nothing more than an excessively violent sex pest with a foul mouth and a mind-numbing sense of humor. With experiences like that, you would be an utter fool to blame her for being wary of Deadpool fans. But she knew I was nothing like that, so she couldn't help but be curious to know why I liked a character like that. The simple answer was, I didn't want a character like that. I didn't like a character like that because for anyone even remotely media literate, that isn't who Deadpool is. Quite the opposite. Yes, dude. I hate when people take anti-hero to mean a terrible, terrible person who does good things. Sometimes. It's usually someone who does good things but will just probably murder people. Instead of being like, I will leave this to the authorities or something. Like, I don't know. It's like, no, bitch. No, that's not what it means. It's fine. Anyways. Sorry, I didn't realize how much this actually fucking pissed me off. But I'm incredibly aware of what Deadpool's actual characterization is. It makes me very sad. Jubal, let's go! Yes, girl, exactly. God. Anyhow, Wade Wilson has passed through many writers' hands through times where the prominent humor, mindset, and politics were awful and did not age well. I can never and will never say Deadpool has not been written problematically in older comics or even recent ones. However, I don't believe it's worse or more frequent than any other comic book character. Modern Deadpool is wonderful. When written well, he can explore themes of depression, isolation, self-sabotage, and self-loathing, all hidden underneath a mask of humor, feelings, and a coping method that I know many people can relate to. True and real. True and real. Tell me about Silent Hill lore episode just dropped. Let's go! That's fun. That was a fun time. I'm excited to watch that, but also I feel like it'll make me cringe at myself. So this is like y'all are yammering at me about your special interest, and that video is just me yammering at Jesse about my special interest, and that's so great. A common misconception is that Deadpool is a mutant. In reality, Deadpool is a mutate. The difference being that a mutant has the X gene at birth, even if it hasn't been expressed yet, and while a mutate doesn't have the X gene at birth and gains a mutation after the fact. Spider-Man is another popular example of a mutate. Because of this, Deadpool is not truly considered part of the mutant community, and with his disfigured appearance and mental illness, he's ostracized in normal human society too. He is an outcast. Wade's backstory changes from writer to writer, so much so that its inconsistencies have become part of the canon, blaming them on his jumbled up memory. And the canonized reason why is tragic. For years, he was unknowingly experimented on and brainwashed by a villain named Bartol Utler. While under Bartol's control, he did many heinous things and would have no memory of it after the fact until he was finally freed. Wade had killed many people before, but he had his moral code. The reason he had been kicked out of the military and abandoned the team of mercenaries was because he refused to kill targets that didn't fall within his moral code. But that didn't matter when brainwashed. Amongst the many victims of Wade's mind-controlled killing sprees were his parents. He was made to shoot them both and then set their house aflame. Soon after learning this, he also discovered that Bartol had killed Carmelita Camacho, the mother of his daughter. Yes, Deadpool has a daughter, Eleanor. He calls her Ellie Belly. In some of my favorite issues since then, he has put everything into being a better person so that he can be a good father for her. Modern Deadpool is an anti-hero trying to be a better person. This is why this Wade is Deadpool, and I love him the most. Cute. Cute. I'm a bit showing a photo of Wade. Wade's wallow of himself with his daughter. Cute. Cute. And this is them. I've seen, I think, this one. Deadpool introduces Eleanor to Spider-Man for the first time. Oh, Ellie Belly, how was your week? Oh, I want someone. Oh, let's go. Uncle Spidey? Oh, I'm gonna cry, bro. Dude, oh. That's so cute, bro. They're so cute. I'm gonna cry. Fuck, come on, get out of here. Huh. The scary parts. Went from here to the streets to corporate chill. I'm a father. The world's fucking weird. What am I talking? Beautiful. Love it. Cute. Sorry. My God. Panels are very sweet. Wade has an incredibly deep-seated sense of self-loathing and depression for a plethora of reasons, many of which are the awful things he's done in his life. While much was done under Bartol's control, just as many, if not more, was done by choice. He is no angel, and he believes he can't have anything good because of it, resulting in frequent self-sabotage. But he masks this depression and anger with humor. One of my favorite quotes he has used is, "Laughter, after all, is nature's anesthesia. Tears hurt too much." Oh. This extends beyond simply making jokes for him. Deadpool number 20 by Jerry Dugan is a story about Wade meeting a young woman who is about to commit suicide. Oh, I've read this! He talks her down, helps her, distracts her with hijinks only he could get into before taking her to get professional help. Wade is a mess, but he is kind. I remember reading that and it made me cry. When you're confronted with a horrible situation, what are the only two reactions that make sense? Laughter or tears? Guess I'll be letting my fingers do the walking. Oh man, Sag. Yeah, I remember this. Yup. Oh, I love. Wade goes through some of the most horrific things imaginable. He has watched loved ones suffer and die, been tortured, ostracized, torn apart, and had his mind broken, to name a few. Tragedy after tragedy makes up much of his life. Take a moment and imagine living a life like that. Now, imagine knowing it has all happened to you because someone decided it would be funny or interesting to witness. Imagine discovering that the reason you've been put through so much relentless hardship was because it would entertain faceless and nameless masses. That is Wade's reality. Wade is medium awareness. This is the awareness that one is a fictional character in a story, often even knowing the type of media one is currently in, comic books, movies, TV shows, etc. Wade knows that his life has become a living nightmare because that's what sells. What's more depressing than that? I fucking never really thought about that angle of it, of like him being aware. Just kind of makes everything way worse. Damn, I didn't know I was just gonna sit and cry about Deadpool today. Shit. Drac, thank you for that. That was fucking phenomenal. I love Deadpool, bro. He's in the business of misery. Get out of here. I love Deadpool very much. My God. Thank you, Drac. Thank you, Drac Part 1. Oh, it's very, very good. Holy shit. That was beautiful. Thank you very much. Holy shit. Oh, y'all. Let's go. We're talking about, okay, we're reading Calves, and then we're back to Drac's second one, which I want to read because I think it's very, I'm excited to see what's in there. But we have Stability, How Airplanes Stop Themselves from Crashing. Written and illustrated by Cav and proofread by Moo, who is too lazy to write her own essay. Thank you for this essay high five. Let's go. Also, Cav, holy shit. Good. Beanboat Aviation is going to make me cry, bro. That's so cute. Let's go. I love this, so let's go. Oops, sorry. I love airplanes. Aviation is one of the few topics that I can listen to an hour-long lecture of and not be bored by the end. In flight school, I had to learn about many different topics in order to safely operate a single-engine aircraft. One of my favorite topics was the concept of stability, or how an aircraft will, on its own, tend to fly in a relatively straight line with the wings level and the wheels on the bottom. Almost every aircraft in the sky today is designed with stability in mind, because were this not the case, air travel would not be nearly as safe as it is. So what exactly does stability mean? In general, stability is the tendency for a system to want to return to a neutral state. The classic example is to imagine a ball in a bowl. If you push the ball around, it always wants to return to the center. Gravity acts as a stabilizing force that pulls the ball down the sloped sides until it reaches the flat middle. Me portraying flight prep. Sorry, please. Oh my God. Say use a few smaller words. Hell yeah. Let's go. My God. Aircraft work in a similar way. They are designed so that if an unbalanced force, such as turbulence or control inputs from the pilots, moves them around in some way, some sort of stabilizing force will nudge them back to their neutral state. There are multiple ways planes are designed to be stable, and a lot of nuance in how these design aspects work that I won't be going over due to word constraints. So keep in mind that these examples are very oversimplified. Let's start with the easiest one. Yaw stability. In aviation, yaw is the left and right motion of an aircraft about its vertical axis. Pilots control yaw using the rudder located on the vertical stabilizer. The vertical stabilizer simply acts like a weather vane. If airflow isn't coming directly from the front, the air will push on the sides of the vertical stabilizer until it is stabilizing the aircraft. Let's go. Yaws, queen. Let's go. That's very cool. That's very cool. Roll stability is a bit more complicated. Roll is the motion of an aircraft about its longitudinal axis and is controlled by the ailerons. Oh my God. The main design aspect that keeps planes roll stable is the dihedral angle of their wings. Wow, words. You may have noticed at some point that on a lot of aircraft, the wings are angled slightly upward. Yes, this is their dihedral angle. It works because the flatter a wing is, the more directly its lift will act against gravity. Any sort of tilt of the wing will reduce the vertical component of its lift, and some of its lift will instead be pushing the plane sideways. When the plane is rolled, the wing that drops will be more flatly oriented, and therefore its lift will better oppose gravity than the wing that was raised. This results in the plane wanting to roll back to level and keeping the plane stable. Very cool. Very cool. These are very great, by the way, yes. Finally, my personal favorite, pitch stability. Pitch is the motion of an aircraft pointing up and down its lateral axis controlled by the elevators on the horizontal stabilizers. Pitch stability is unique in that its neutral point is not the orientation of the aircraft, but rather its speed. To understand this, let's establish some things first. In flight, an aircraft is supported primarily by its wings. You can think of the wings as the center point of a seesaw, and the nose and the tail as the opposing sides. Aircraft are designed so that they are a bit heavier on the nose end, meaning that if you pick up an aircraft off the ground from its wingtips, its nose will tend to drop. If you wanted to prevent this, one way would be to push down on the tail. This is exactly what happens in flight. The horizontal stabilizers are like an upside-down pair of wings. When air flows over them, they create downward force. This means that the faster a plane goes, the more its tail pushes itself down, which in turn raises the nose, counteracting the tendency for gravity to pull the nose down. At a certain speed, these forces are the same, and the plane's nose neither rises nor falls. This is very cool! Oh my god, yeah, Cav drew all these. Yeah, Cav illustrated the essay, which is so cool. What's so fascinating about this is that if a pilot changes how much thrust is being produced by the plane's engines, it will cause aircraft's pitch to want to stabilize at a different angle up or down. This happens because a change in thrust will cause a change in speed, and because of the aircraft's passive pitch stability, the nose will either rise or fall until the speed goes back to where it was. This is essentially how pilots perform climbs and descents. To climb, they add power, and to descend, they take power out, and only make minor corrections on the controls to keep the speed exactly where they want it. Pilots can also control the speed that the plane balances at by using the trim tab, which is basically a smaller elevator within the elevator of an aircraft. It does the same thing, but holds its position so the pilot doesn't have to keep exerting force on it. This makes it so that the stabilizing force of the horizontal stabilizer per given airspeed can be increased or decreased, changing the speed that the plane balances at. I feel like I have learned so much shit about planes just from this. I understand so much shit now. First time I took exam for hit turbulence. Gas and I hope I can finish my book chapter, and that's why if you're an anxious flyer, you take some Xanax sometimes. Let's go. My god. So those are the three main ways that planes keep themselves stable. There's so much about aviation that goes into keeping people safe, but stability is by far my favorite. Thanks to the way that aircraft are designed, I and everyone else that shares my passion don't have to constantly fight to keep our airplanes from crashing. I hope this essay has helped you understand a bit about why I love flying so much, and maybe next time flying on an airplane, you feel a little bit better knowing that even the plane itself is trying to keep you safe. That's what I was thinking. I feel like a lot of people who have a lot of airplane anxiety, I feel like that's so helpful. Leave hell yeah. That's so cool. Okay, so upon further research, this definition of potential is actually very flawed. My stream starts in 17 minutes, so I don't have time to rewrite. Cav college dropout / furry is crazy. Ah! Yeah, if you can't trust your pilot, you can trust the plane. That's why, like, now, I hate to have to bring something like this up, but if something happens to the pilots of a plane, that's why when you hear about, like planes, like, disappearing or whatever, if something is to happen, like, there's no oxygen or whatever, the pilots, everyone in the cockpit passes out. That's why planes stay up for so long. Like, planes can fly on their own, perfectly stable, for a very long time. And then they start to go down when they don't have enough thrust or gas in the engines to keep the speed proper, and then they start to slowly, like, go down, you know? Sungrass, as much as I wish the world was more like airplane. It's women in STEM, let's go. A plane without fuel is still a glider. You're damn right. Also, hi, Tim, how are you? But also the pilot thing, my heart rate increased so quickly. I'm so sorry. But I mean, like, it's still way safer. than most other things. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Heard aviation. My lineage woke me like a sleeper agent. Hell yeah. That's very sick. Fun fact, altitude hold mode on the autopilot channel. Because you need the engine to stay fast, if not fast. Yes. 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 Very fun though. Thank you, Kev. Thank you for sharing some of your passions. I've learned more about planes. And I love that. I think that's very cool. I feel like it's things, that's questions that I've had, like, but why plane look like how look? Like, I know bit how look, but that was very cool. That was very cool. Thank you very much. And I can tell you so many people personify planes now. Airplanes want to keep flying. Hell yeah! All right. This is our final essay at this current juncture. At this current time. Oh, fuck. I don't know what to do for the rest of stream now. We have like a couple hours of just shit that we can do, and I don't know what to do. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But, I just think this is a very important thing to talk about. So this is Drax's second essay that was written very recently, saying, my conflicted feelings about passing legacy roles predominantly held by cisgender heterosexual white people to marginalized people. Tim! Let's go! And that's why I wanted to read this, because I'm like, this is important. This is important. This is so timely. Yes. Oopsies. Okay. Spoiler warning. I'm going to be honest. I'm caught up on all the things here. As in, I know things. You can't spoil me. But there are some slight Doctor Who spoilers with all the vague mentions of story beats from MCU Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Ironheart. Pip, thank you for the 26 months. I'm going to have a lovely nap. Okay. So you're going to stick it going. Hell yeah. I love that. I feel like if you have like a debilitating fear of flying, you should just talk to a pilot. Because I don't think I've ever heard of a single pilot that isn't obsessed with planes. I feel like to be a pilot, you gotta fucking love planes, brother. You gotta love planes. And it'll make you feel safer. You need to be committed to them. True and real. But anyhow, reading this essay. Once again, thank you, Drac, for 2 essays. Yes, I'm excited for this. To follow along with this stream of thought turned essay, I need to define what I mean by a legacy role. In this essay, the term legacy role refers to a definitive title or role that is passed down from one person to another or held by several different people or characters at once. I will mostly be talking about this in entertainment. There are 2 types of legacy roles. One is a real-world legacy role. These are character roles that are handed down to or shared among several actors. An example is the Doctor from Doctor Who, played by Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, Jodie Whittaker, and now, oh my gosh, I feel like I always overthink how to pronounce Kudi Gatwa. I feel like I literally listened to him like pronounce his name, and then my brain mixes up the bad pronunciation and the fucking super white pronunciation, and then Shooty, thank you. I'm like, there's something I'm missing, and it makes my Shooty, yes, and Shooty, thank you. God. This is my problem with so many words, and I hate when it's like words that are so like just they get whiteified, and I feel so bad. Oh, okay. And Shooty, thank you. Shooty Gatwa, a fantastic. I fucking love him, and that's why I feel so bad every time my brain's like, you have 8 pronunciations in your head. Good luck figuring out which one's right. Anyways, bless him. To name a few, or I'm Halle Bailey playing Ariel in Little Mermaid. Oh gosh, yes. The second is a legacy role within the canon of a fictional world, like Spider-Man being a title held by Peter Parker, which is now shared by or passed on depending on the story, Miles Morales. Yes. Regardless of the nature of the legacy role, my feelings about them are the same. Layered, conflicted, just like Captain America also. Oh boy. All right, everyone strap the fuck in. First things first, I want to make something abundantly clear. Marginalized people should be allowed to take on these legacy roles. We deserve those roles. I'm a white woman reading an essay by a person of color. FYI. I do not think I myself am a heavily marginalized individual. Drac wrote this one as well. I just thought it was important to read, so I let Drac have 2 submissions. Because A, we have time, and B, I think this is an important essay in general. I know, Jace, I know, what the fuck? Shocking everyone. Okay. We deserve these roles. My feelings about that are not conflicted in the slightest. I want more of it. I need more of it, and so do you. Yes. Unfortunately, we live in a world where bigotry runs rampant. Yes. Systemic sexism, racism, transphobia, and so much more have made the lives of many difficult at best, dangerous at worst, and one of the symptoms is the underrepresentation of marginalized people in the media. Whenever we do appear in the media, we have to overcome so many obstacles. Stereotyping, loud bigots, racial gender bias, and nostalgia bias are just a handful of the obstacles we have to overcome. Corporations often see these hindrances and how they may affect their profit and determine they're better off refusing to financially support these pieces of media as much as they would support projects with cisgender, heterosexual, white leads and showrunners, only worsening the disadvantages marginalized people already have. We already have so much stacked against us. We don't need more hurdles to leap over. In my opinion, legacy roles are where these hurdles are at their worst. Whether it's on purpose or not, I see the same paths taken when passing legacy roles that were predominantly held by cis-het white people to marginalized people, and I have feelings about them. Yes. I mean, remember how many years? I know, what the fuck? So yeah, once again, capitalism making everything worse, bitch. Let's go. One path I often see followed is introducing a significant change to the media's long-established formula. An example of this is in Ncuti Seasons as the Doctor. Doctor Who is mostly science fiction with the rare sprinkling of fantasy or science fantasy. However, Ncuti Season flipped it entirely on its head. The show became almost entirely fantasy and science fantasy, filled with gods and magic. Things that you would see at most 1 or 2 of, if at all, in any previous Doctor's much longer runs. Like, remember that one time in one of 10 seasons where he literally just, like, met a fucking giant demon? He met, like, Satan on a moon one time? And that just was like, what the fuck? Yeah. That was random. Anyways. That was 10. It was 10 for sure, because I remember 10 in his cute little orange spacesuit that he was wearing. It was a good episode, but it wasn't every episode, yes. But that's what I mean. It was like literally just really random. And that was like, it sticks in my head because it was like so random that it happened. But yeah, obviously I feel like if that happened all the time, like I have not really watched a lot of Doctor Who since 11, honestly. But that's mostly just because a lot of life happened and then I just was like, I just don't feel like catching up right now. But anyways. Ncuti already had to overcome being passed over for being a black doctor, and now he has to also keep those that stuck around interested in a show that had changed quite significantly. My knee-jerk reaction is that this was a bad idea. The writer should have stuck with the tried and true formula for a couple of seasons, and once Ncuti had established himself as the Doctor, taken big fun swings. But then I think about it and realize how bullshit that is. We should be allowed to try weird and adventurous things. We shouldn't limit ourselves just because people are more prone to discriminating against us. The status quo is exactly what we're trying to overcome. Why should we stick to it? Which is very true. Anyway, pretzel, yes, exactly. It's very weird. Anyhow. Another thing I often see when a legacy role is to be passed on to another is the normative competitor. This is someone who fits the mold of the previous holders, usually cis, het, and or male, being propped up as the competition or comparison for the marginalized person / character who will ultimately get the legacy role. An example of this is the MCU's Spider-Man. Though this has somewhat been fixed, the damage has still been done. For a while, Peter Parker was essentially becoming a mini Iron Man under Tony Stark's mentorship. However, the person who was supposed to take on the role after Tony died was Riri Williams as Ironheart. While she isn't taking the Iron Man title, the theme, symbolism, and aesthetic, as well as the fact that she was meant to be mentored by Tony Stark, essentially make her the new holder of that role. But with Peter Parker having been propped up as the equivalent of the next Iron Man for so long, it's given bigots a direct thing to compare and criticize Riri Williams with. I didn't fucking know that. I'm like a Marvel fan to... I don't know a lot of things. Which is sad, I guess. Because I do love... Iron Man and Spider-Man are like two of my favorites of all time. But I don't know this stuff, which is shitty, I know. But I didn't know that, and that makes me way more upset about the storyline of Spider-Man in the new movies. In the MCU. Anyways, that sucks. Okay. She should not have to compete with that. The writers of the MCU should have only set up Riri, not Peter, as well. But then, once again, when I think about it, I realize that that's bullshit. Why should we limit our stories like that just because of the bigoted and closed-minded? They were going to hate and compare anyway. Why cater to them? Stories of marginalized people beating the cis heads, being chosen and proving better for the role are awesome. It warms my heart. That's true. I just think that's random. These are just a few of my own thoughts. The point of this essay wasn't to convince you or me of one thing or another. I don't think I could convince myself one way or another, even if I tried. It's complicated and conflicting. It's messy. I'm sure there's a correct way to go about it, but I'm far from qualified to say for sure. I just hope we find it because I want to keep seeing us play historic and iconic roles that are household names. It's what we deserve. Look, I have one answer. We have to destroy capitalism. My only answer is this. We have to destroy capitalism. Because I feel like if profits being the only thing that anyone ever gave a fuck about, we would be able to do so much more with so many things. We would be able to be so much more creative with storylines. We would be able to support so many more projects. We would be able to do so many more things with so many more people. I can just imagine that with just fucking because we have to destroy capitalism and just the communist flag is just over my face. There's so many things, dude. Capitalism ruined modern day storytelling. You can't change my mind. Brother, it absolutely did. Because, hear me out. Jump off point. Ashley's gonna start yapping and being annoying. Capitalism ruined modern day storytelling because think of how many things nowadays are their own fucking new IPs and not sequels or remakes. Very fucking little, right? Very fucking little. Because like stockholders are like, oh, well, this I know will make money because the thing before made money, so you have to do this. And also because of capitalism and people wanting to just churn out a bunch of shit to try to make money as fast as possible, we don't have like a lot of physical media and shit anymore. And streaming services are also ruining shit, which also is because of capitalism. There are so many stories that we've never heard because they weren't profitable. You know what makes me, you know what like tickles the deep cockles of my heart? Sinners is a one-off. Coogler does not want to make a sequel to the movie at all. Lamp, exactly, yes. He does not want to do that. Sinners was great. It's his own IP. It's his own movie. Leave it that way. Perfect. Fantastic artwork. Banana, you would fucking love that movie. I'm sorry. I know that that's the bad way to sell it to people, but it's just so good. It's just so good. I'm getting myself involved doing a stock market. Allie, let's go! Congrats. Yes, it deserves anything but sequel slot. For sure, for sure. Taking beloved classics and making them like, it's so weird. I don't understand why everything has to be live action. It's so wild. There are so many things. Yeah, so many stories just haven't been told because people are like, that won't make us $1 million. And I just feel like it just hurts so bad that, like, God, sometimes it would be nice to just be able to make something good and not have people only want to believe in it because they know that they're going to get a fucking fat paycheck. I've heard some weirdo shit about the Lilo and Stitch live action, brother. Also, I don't know why they keep trying, because across the board, every single live action version of a Disney movie that they've made has been way worse rated. It has been worse rated every time. Dude, they don't even have Plinkly at all. That sucks. If you want to try to show, you need to do it yourself, brother. Oh my God. Death of mid-budget is so sad. It is so fucked. Hold on, I gotta look it up. I need to look it up. I have to look up Matt Damon's rant on this because he's right. Okay. Some hot ones. Think whatever you want about Matt Damon, but he cooks in this, okay? He cooks! See, there's some money, everyone. Says it when it releases, raking money, it doesn't matter if we don't have to be paid already. Exactly, which is shit. Because that's changed the landscape because of this! Because of this.
Everybody, I'm so happy to have you
Oh!
as my friend.
Thank you for the 51 months! It's like 2 minutes, not even long. A minute and a half, over.
So I think a scenario lots of viewers can relate to is sitting on the couch on a Friday night, going through the streaming services, cycling through the movies and thinking to themselves, they're not making movies for me anymore. As somebody who's been intimately involved in movie making for 30 years, what are the macro Hollywood conditions behind that sentiment?
Well, so what happened was the DVD was a huge part of our business, of our revenue stream. And technology has just made that obsolete. And so the movies that we used to make, you could afford to not make all of your money when it played in the theater because you knew you had the DVD coming behind the release. And 6 months later, you'd get a whole nother chunk. It would be like reopening the movie almost. And when that went away, that changed the type of movies that we could make. I did this movie Behind the Candelabra, and I talked to a studio executive who explained it was a $25 million movie. I would have to put that much into print and advertising, right, to market it, what we call P&A. So I'd have to put that in P&A. So now I'm in $50 million. I have to split everything I get with the exhibitor, right, the people who own the movie theaters. So I would have to make $100 million before I got into profit. And the idea of making $100 million on a story about like this love affair between these two people, yeah, I love everyone in the movie, but that's suddenly a massive gamble in a way that it wasn't in the 1990s when they were making all those kind of movies, the kind of movies that I loved and the kind of movies that were my bread and butter.
Yup. Anyways, that's he cooked on explaining why shit sucks now. Streaming services ruined everything. Netflix ruined everything. Fucking Netflix. I just want people to want DVDs again, bro. I want people to want DVDs again so bad. That damn looks like my high school calculus teacher. That's really funny. I also like physical media. I want physical media to come back more. I need it so bad. Physical media is awesome. It's fantastic. I actually need to go to a physical media store near me and start buying some DVDs and shit. I found the idea in mind that viewers also on their phones. Yeah, it's so fucked. I hate it. Also, Frog, you're so true. We have to do clip review. I got so excited about essays, but we got to do clip review. You're right. You're right. Fosco, do it. I collect physical media. I mostly collect games, but I'm starting to do it with a lot of my old favorite TV shows and some movies and stuff. Like all of like 3 of those drawers right there are like full of video games. Full of video games. Sure we're seen as cheaper alternative to cable, but instead so funny we never find the movie we want or inside bathe. It's so fucked. It used to be the cheaper alternative. I'd fucking just need to start canceling. I just need to start canceling fucking subscriptions. I just need to start canceling fucking subscriptions. I have to. I have to. Yeah, you don't own anything and they can remove any shows and movies anytime. So, sale for... Ooh, kid, do it up. And the DVD, Blu-ray shelves in my local thrift stores. Yup. Sure, it doesn't mean they don't need an internet connection. Is off-action, electricity, or batteries. Yes! Logs, welcome back! Yeah, fuck capitalism and happy Pride Month. Hell yeah. They also have been editing out things on streaming services and censoring a lot of stuff. Like every other person I know is massing election on a Plex server. I was trying to look into that shit. I'm gonna be honest. Where it's like, that's just, yeah, where you like upload your own shit, right? And we're reading masses. Current media climate. Hell yeah, Drac. Thank you so much for writing those essays. I appreciate it. And also thank you everyone for writing those essays. That was so sick. I love learning shit from you guys. I love learning shit from you guys. I love learning shit that you guys are passionate about. Ugh. So cool. Ow. This is Flex Ray Dad Dub. Hell yeah. I ran about how mobility can make us healthier both physically. Fork, of course. Yes. Oh, wow. Oh, hell yeah. Playing the essays. What were y'all doing? Just writing 500 to 1,000 words of just a topic that you're passionate about. Literally it. I need more storage. Oh, yep. Yeah, I've literally looked into Plex servers so many times now. I really should. I honestly should. We have so many fucking movies and DVDs and Blu-rays and shit just to put it all up there. Wow, if I could type words, it'd be so great. Wait. Ooh. Exciting. Sorry, I'm just looking. I'm genuinely looking into figuring out Plex server. Hi, since before about the rest night. How many movies do I have to keep having to delete shows in order to add more? Also, yeah, we started writing them because, yeah, of AI. We're just bitching about AI. And I fucking love it. I think that was so cool. I feel like we learned so fucking much. We learned about cheese caves. We learned about coding. We learned about math. We learned about ecology. We learned about physics. We learned about some blorbos. A lot of the recent changes are looking kind of scummy. Like, we're gonna start inserting ads and everything. That would be fucking annoying, Eisen. I really hope they don't. Yeah, you freaked us out with the moon. We learned about dinosaurs. We learned about Warframe. So cool. That's not true, Astrowebs, because Acme was bought by another company, and it's still gonna come out. I don't know when, but it was bought. They saved it. Someone did. I don't remember exactly who, but Acme was saved. Like, last month? It's been saved by Ketchup Entertainment. So yes, it has been saved. Entertainment coming for myself. Never want edutainment to stream on Twitch. Hey, I would never. The day the earth blew up. Interesting. Very cool. Hell yeah. Okay, squad. I'm gonna go piss real quick, and then we can do some clip review for the last like 2 weeks. So we're gonna have a few to go through. So yeah, sorry I didn't do clip review, and I forgot earlier. I literally just got so excited about essays. But we have to do clip review and chill, and then I have therapy. So we're gonna be chilling. We're gonna be good. Let's go. Okay, I'll be right back. Everyone, yeah, get up. Take your meds if you have to take them. Stretch, eat food, go piss. Anything you gotta do, check in with your body, make sure you're doing all right. And I will see y'all in a sec. Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm back. I'm back and I've got some food. I'm back and I've got some tasty food. Oh. Oh, I'm excited. I've got some like fusilli pasta with some sauce and some feta and some yumminess. I'm excited. I'm excited, squad. I don't even have the classic chicken and broccoli at all this week. It wasn't an option. Oh my god. Okay. Y'all. Are you ready for some clippies? We got 2 weeks worth of clippies to go through. Fucking Christ. Hold on. So, think from the 19th? Fuck. Yep. All right. Sort by views, high to low, baby. Well, our first one, we got Dick Jiggle Physics, of course. I don't know why I can't full screen it on this menu anymore. Guys, what the fuck is happening? Why can't you full screen shit on the clip menu anymore? The fuck? Whatever. Anyways. Hey, da-da-da-da-da. You want to test on so I can chill? Chimera, hell yeah! Welcome on in. Okay, this is Dick Jiggle Physics. This is clip by Vita. This is our most viewed clip in the last 2 weeks. Let's go. Gee! Does it have jiggle physics? Guys, I think his dick might have jiggle physics. Dude, it has jiggle physics. Guys, Gustav has dick jiggle physics. The edit for this is so good, by the way. I am this 10 out of 10 game of the year. Game of the year. You give me dick jiggle physics in a bathing suit I'm ready for this. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for. Thank you, everybody. That's it. I think we won the game. Gustav is swanging dong, literally, bro. That is incredible. Bless him. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, dude. So good. Many blessings. Many blessings. Okay. I will be avoiding some of the higher viewed clips simply because of spoilers. For Expedition 33, there are some... The next 2 are insanely big spoilers for Expedition 33, the next 2 highest viewed clips. But just Lamp and Frezia, thank you for some beautiful clips from Expedition 33. I don't remember now if this is a spoiler. This might also be a spoiler. I think I say something spoilery around this moment, but I don't know if it's in this clip. I think this is also a spoiler. There's so many! Hold on! Holy shit, dude. I think this is why I didn't do clip review last week, is because I knew that they would be all spoilers. A book. A book nook? What do you mean? Like a little spot in your stuff? The little building boxes? I feel like I've seen some, maybe. I don't know. Like, when I think of a book nook, I just think of like a little like spot in your house for books. This is another one that's another bathing suit thing from Expedition 33. That's not a spoiler. Oh, is it? Unless you think spoilers for like little cosmetics are, but it's really nothing crazy. It's not story spoilers at all. But this is also really funny. Oh, is this for... Sorry. It's for Monoko? Gus also did a slammer of an edit on this one. Yep.
He's got a whistle and a fucking life preserver. Hey, buddy. Oh. Oh. Oh my god.
Art.
Okay, he's got, no, guys, he's got whistle physics. It's all right. He doesn't have jiggle physics, but he's got whistle physics. It's fine. Do that whistle jiggle, baby.
Do that whistle jiggle, baby. Hell yeah, it does, brother. Yep. They're like bookends for a shop, but they have little scenes in them. Oh, yeah! I have heard of those. That's cute. Yeah, they're cute. They're cute. This is my clip, but it's a good one. Yeah, that was another lamp clip. This is Yield Me. I'm looking at the characters now.
I was gonna say, have you picked different characters yet?
No. Oh.
They're
I have a feeling I know which ones you guys will both want to do.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck. I loved editing
I'm
this,
thinking,
by the way.
Julie, you're feeling like a guardian vibe, and Ashley, you're feeling like a recluse vibe. For no particular reason on both of those.
For no particular reason. That's crazy,
I
Chris.
have to
What do
look
you
at the names
mean?
again.
What do you mean? He clocked me immediately, bro. What the fuck? Oh my god. Wild. This is gonna be so funny because it's a dead silent clip of me reacting to construction noises for 20, like, for what? However long? 45 fucking seconds? My god.
Oh, sorry.
Also, yeah.
The funniest part is that was
Float On by Modest Mouse was playing this whole time, by the way.
way less loud than the multi-tool, and I think that like the multi-tool is such a higher frequency that you didn't hear it as much, but the saw just reverberates in a bassy way through the whole house, so it picked up way more because it was more similar to my tone of voice. So
It was very bad. It was horrible, by the way. I spared you guys so hard because that was disgusting. It was similar. Oh my god. Be funny. Okay, that's spoilery. Oh, so much Expedition 33 clips that are good. I did go through the whole range of human emotion. Well, this is me after I won. I did the stupid jumping, the fucking giant only up level to get Minoko's fucking thing. This is me. This is another lamp clip. When the post-win relief hits. What I think is like me throwing up.
oh my god, did I do it? Did I do it? Welcome to the crew! Oh my god! I'm gonna lose it. One shot, first try. I hated that. I don't ever want to do that again. I don't ever want to do that again. That was so.
Bro. Bro, I did it because I did it first try. And I was perishing. Oh. It was. I literally started this day with like parkour that went down and it was fucking bad. So then they immediately gave me parkour but up and forever. And it was horrible. Horrible. It's so good. Oh god. Oh my god. Just put it on the. It's fucking horrible, man. Because Only Up stressed me out enough. This is Night Rain. This is the cinematic moment of me kiting Margit until Chris gets Julia up. It's so good. Such a bunch for troll money. It's true. It's true. Like, I'm not doing Aspen. That's fair. It sucks. I've heard of a fabled other minigame that makes everyone crash out, and guys, get this. Sorry, this has nothing to do with the clip at hand. This has something more to do with Expedition 33. I'll probably end up doing it tomorrow, and it'll make me crash out. However, I heard some whispers of something that has to do with volleyball. And I'm like, And so the other night, like last week, I think it was literally last Tuesday, I needed to take an edible to chill the fuck out. I took double my normal dose and then started to do level grinding in Expedition 33. It was fine. I didn't do it. I walked into a place and I saw one of the characters say something about volleyball, and I'm 10 milligrams deep into my edible now. And I literally just remember looking at that and being like, no, not for me, bitch. And I left. Oh, it's gonna make me crash out. We'll give it 2 college tries, because I refuse to let the same thing happen to me tomorrow as it did last week, because it ruined, like, the last week, I'm genuinely serious, I was in a bitch of a mood for 2 fucking days. The entire night after that, and the next fucking day, I was in a bad mood. Fuck that shit. But I've heard that it makes everyone crash out, and I'm terrified. Oh, no, volleyball. No. Yeah, I'm scared. So we'll see. Maybe I'll be cracked at it for no reason and get it first try, like the Only Up level. I doubt it. Okay, this is Cinema, though, from Night Rain. No, God.
One more. Come on.
Let's go.
Huge job.
Let's
Huge job.
chase him.
Oh, my God. Dude. Bro, that is
was
so
cinema.
sick.
I need that clipped, bro. That jump into the vibe was so
The
good.
rest of this doesn't really matter, but
Come on.
I'm just
Oh, God.
kiting. He gets Julie up immediately.
Huge job. Huge
chase
job.
him.
Oh my
Dogs
God.
out and jumps in from the side as I move the camera. He like jumps over their cameras. Bruh. So fucking cool. Anyways. I loved that. Like in slow-mo. Hell yeah. Timbo with an oh shiny and then me getting my ass kicked. What's this?
Level up and
Wait,
go.
what's... Chill out, dude. Here we go. He really had that dog in him, for real, for real.
Level up and
Wait,
go.
what's that guy gonna have? This guy, this little scarab boy. He's gonna have some goodies for us.
Huh?
What you dropping, brother?
Oh, I have 22k. Oh, fuck, yes.
Godfrey icon. Yo, enhance
Oh,
his
there's the
charge
big boy
skills and
right there.
skills.
Throwing pots. Watch out.
Level 6.
Watch out.
Ow! Oh! Holy
I
shit.
tried.
You did. You tried.
I love it. Watch out. There's a big guy throwing pots. Just absolutely
there he
cooked
is.
my
Oh my
ass,
God.
bro.
Oh,
Twice!
Alright, that shouldn't have hit me.
That shouldn't have
Wait,
hit
what's
me.
that
I'll
guy-
say that with my whole chest. Fuck you, pot guy. It just comes in from off frame so perfectly. I'm just like, ooh, that's a nice talisman for me. Ridiculous. Very good, though. That could be a little bit of a... Boss? Bosses be like, what is that? I'm scared. What does that mean? What does bosses be like mean? I'm on Discord? No. Why are you not working? Why are you not working? What? Red, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Red. Holy shit. God damn it. Oh, that's spoilery. Oh, fuck. Okay, this is Emma's. Oh, this is Emma's from Chris being a fucking goofball during Fall Guys. Fucking Chris. Jesus Christ. Okay. Kitty White? What the fuck?
Yo, what's up, Instagram? We are live right now on Twitch playing with Ashley and Kat, having a great time doing some Fall Guys. Let me know what you think.
The way we both went right, like, yo, we were both right into it.
Instagram Nation.
You know what's funny? I didn't even film.
Was crazy.
Didn't even film.
I did that. I muted and said, "Yo, chat, watch this. Watch the reactions."
Hey man, look,
Have you ever seen
we're,
videos
we,
where
what?
it's like-
I'm just our immediate commit to a bit.
I'm like,
You guys were immediately like, "Oh, no."
yeah.
Dude, I'm
Mm-hmm. You can see him say, yo, watch this. That's so funny. Hold on. Wait.
Kitty White. What the fuck?
Yeah, chat, watch this. That's fucking funny, dude. I don't know, man. He just proved that we're immediately down for someone to do some weirdo fucking goof shit. We're gonna commit, brother. Oh, this is the laugh track from the laugh track Dark Souls. Solid. Ah! How dare you? This is us getting to Anne Orlando.
Look it! It's pretty. Look at it's in Orlando.
Pretty. Yep. They're taking Cavernous Minkle over all the way there. The laugh track hitting when we get to Anne Orlando is so funny, bro. It's so good. Yeah, I hit the floor. They just do a giggle.
Kidding when I land because it plays the damage noise is so fun.
Hey, reach Anne Orlando. Let's go, bitch. Fucking hell, dude. It's so funny. Just a little ominous. Yeah. I mean, I just beat Sen's Fortress. What else could be waiting for me? We did get through the worst part of Anne Orlando. So next time we play Dark Souls, which fucking who knows when that's going to be, guys. I'm trying my best, okay? I'm really trying my best. Wouldn't you rather be a tree? Oh, dear God. I'm concerned and scared.
But that
Oh, is this about dying? Dark Souls with the left hand, Night Rain with the right. Oh God, so I'll be bad. I'll be worse at both games somehow. This is crazy. The inception of this.
But that's just a me thing. Because sometimes I look at a fucking graveyard and see it's like acres and acres of dead people, and I'm like, brother, I hope you're resting in peace. But my God, wouldn't you rather be a tree?
My question still stands. I did get Warframe because of that essay. Oh, hell yeah! Let's go! Holy shit, dude. It's like, I hope you're resting in peace, but my brother in Christ, wouldn't you rather be a tree? That's so good, dude. Holy shit. I think it's a good point. I think it's a great point. What do we got? What do we got? Cool intro. Good for mooning. Oh, this is great. This is Kat and her fucking random out-of-pocket shit she's saying. Hold on.
We understand. We get it.
We're all in this together, you know?
Yeah, genuinely, yeah. Uh-huh.
Beauty.
Why is it so small? How am I supposed to get it in there? Don't clip any of that out of context.
Just like, what is happening over here?
Everybody.
She's for sure talking about fishing in this game, but holy fuck. Man, thank you for the 16 months! Why is it so whoops. Why is it so small? What am I, hello? I missed twice, guys. I missed twice. I was supposed to hit the IRL button, I hit the gaming button, and the BRB. Back to back, bitch. Man, thank you for the 16 months, though, by the way. Good God. Love it. Beautiful. How are you? I hope you're doing well. My gosh. It's beautiful. Those are some solid clippies, friends. I want to mute this for y'all so you don't hear it, and I want to see if this is spoilery. Hello. Bitch, are you gonna fucking play the sound? Yeah, no, it's definitely very spoilery. It's definitely spoilery. It's definitely spoilery. I'm glad I didn't play it. Went the long way around the Rolodex. Yep. God, Rolodex. Don't worry, I spared y'all. Because that was another really big spoiler. Okay. Honestly, there are more clips. Half of them are spoilers, though. So I'm sparing a lot of people just in cases. But those are some good clippies, y'all. It is unfortunately only 2. I have like an hour left until I have to go. What the fuck do I do? No, I got you. I got you. Things are funny. If you are caught up on Expedition 33 and don't care about spoilers and or there are some good ones as well. But I just I want to be kind, you know? Yugi, relax, my son. He just wants to hang out here. He just wants to hang out in here when I'm eating, like every time. What you munching on? Munching on some pasta and some stuff. Honestly, the chicken is so fucking dry. I almost just want to eat just the pasta, but it's whatever. The dick physics clip is one of my favorites ever. Honestly and truly, it's so good. So good. Oh my god. Hold on. It's pretty tasty pasta. It's pretty tasty pasta. Why the fuck? What? Why is my Blue Sky not signed in? What just happened? Yogi, shut the fuck up. What are you doing? He is being so silly right now. No! Fucking stop. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind. Brother, what is happening right now? Why is this not working? I'm trying to look for something. There we go. Good god. Up in here, up in here. There we go. Oh, Richard Wheel. So sorry. Hold on. Let me get this going. Let me get this going, squad. Okay. Jesus Christ. Can we do not the same thing? Ah, have we seen Bowtie? His new and improved Bowtie yet? Have we seen this yet? Because I changed it. I made it red. He's got a nice fancy bow tie now. He's a dapper little gentleman. Hi, Nina. How are you? He's so dapper. Bless his little soul. Bless his God and socks. What a dapper, dapper man, huh? Oh, banger Silent Hill song. Okay, guys, what the fuck do we do for the last hour of stream? I don't know what to do for the last hour of stream. Does your worm on a string have a name? His name is Murph. He's going to prom. Aw, cute. Little prom guy. Let's learn some C++, brother. My brain would explode. Money! Congrats. Is there a Steam demo of interest to you? Well, I know that the Date Everything demo is out, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know if how long is the demo? Is the demo like an hour long or longer, shorter? The Warframe opening cinematic. Oh my god. I have played Observation Duty. It is so fucking stressful to me. Oh my god. I have no idea, dude. I still have so many votes. I know. I need to figure out like new ways to use points. It's just hard. New ways to use points that don't like interrupt the stream or fuck with things. Like we used to have like a fart sound redemption that I turned off because it was just like really it was really disruptive sometimes. I'm still not very good at shooters. Oh yeah. Bubs, hello, how are you? Oh my god. Like most farts. True enough. True enough and real. We used to have a crab dance redeem, then people got rich in points. Yes. Yeah, we used to do crab dance shit more often. But it killed me. It's like to the point where I was like exhausted a lot. And also it really ruined the novelty of a good old crab dance, you know?
I have a present.
My god.
for
Cole!
you.
Thank you for gifting that sub to Bubs. My goodness.
Everybody,
Ah!
I'm so happy to have you as my
Yo!
friend.
A suitable hat! Thank you so much for that beautiful, brand new, organic, free-range sub. Welcome, welcome to the Beanbo, the best beans on Twitch. My goodness. Y'all are incredible. Y'all are wonderful. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, level 5 Hive Train Crab Dance. Yeah, I think I started doing that because I turned down the difficulty of the level 5 a lot to make it like when that was the big thing. My hype trains were more difficult. This end stream isn't disruptive at all. How many points is Chris's end stream one? Crow, congrats, bestie. Let's go. Let's go. There's so many things. Speedy sword game. Oh, hell yeah. You know what, squad? You know what I could do? And this is crazy. This is crazy. What I could do is actually just end stream and work on some stuff before therapy. And then just come back tomorrow and not be stressed out by all the shit that I have to do. I might actually do that because I feel like I've been doing a thing where I used to be way ahead with VODs and everything. And for the last like 3 weeks to a month, I have been just uploading VOD stuff the day or two before, and it's stressful. And then I forget to upload VODs sometimes. So I might do that. I might get the rest of the VODs up for the week. I might just do some admin shit like that and vibe. But I also was meaning to draw some emotes and shit last night when I was dragged outside to work on the shower. I was not dragged. I went outside and then stayed outside to help Max to get it done, and we got it done. Also, by the way, guys, I just want everyone to know there is piping that you need for plumbing, and it seems like it would be somewhat easy to maybe use until you unwrap it and realize it is the demon. I found a new arch nemesis yesterday in plumbing piping. It's like this round, this big, and long. And a fucking demon. I was trying to straighten it out at one point near the very end of the project. There was like basically a hula hoop's worth of fucking tubing left. And I went to try to like make it straighten out so we could do it, and it flipped. Went right over my head, smacked my glasses like half off my face, and went around my body like a hula hoop. I don't know how the fuck it managed to do that, but it did. And it was great. I know. Well, that's Sungrass. Do you know the amount of times while I was wrestling with that tubing that I would either call it homophobic for being a dick on the first day of Pride Month, or making an excuse that we don't need to have it perfectly straight. It's Pride Month. That was the two things. It was either incredibly homophobic or it was allowed to be a little less straight because it's fine. Max is just there like, yep, all right, another Pride Month joke. Fantastic. Can we keep working? Very funny. But yeah. Oh, see, it wasn't like internal plumbing. It was all just like running lines outside to our external shower. Like it was not a big deal. It was still the worst thing in the world though. Because we had to like just like run it along the outside of the house, and getting it to do that when it wants to be a circle sucks fucking ass. Anyhow, I will go. And speaking of people and Steam demos, I know that Kat is doing the demo for Date Everything. Where the fuck are you, girly pop? My beloved, where are you? Unless she's done already. In which case, rip. Holy shit, the amount of people streaming is crazy. Oh my lord. We're gonna raid Cat, so I'm gonna go get some admin work done. Go enjoy Date Everything. I think she literally just met a dateable ceiling, like an actual ceiling. She just looks like a fancy ceiling pattern. Like, I can just see, like, the old, like, you know, like, the really, like, ornate, like, molding and shit on the ceiling. That's, like, her dress is like that, which is crazy. Anyways, we're gonna go raid Cat, my beloved. My love, my light. It is Date Everything. So, yeah, go over there. Go have some fun. I'm gonna go make sure the VOD channel's good. Speaking of, though, go sub to the VOD channel. Go watch the VODs over there. I try to put a lot of work and effort and love into those to make it so each VOD is each game is its own video. If we play more than one game in stream, I try to separate them. I don't try. I do every time because I have to, because my brain will simply not let me put 2 games in one stream or I'll lose it. But yeah, go over there. Also, join the Discord. It's the best way to keep in contact with me, see all of what's going on with the stream and schedules and everything. We just finished Tears of the Kingdom. The Tears of the Kingdom VODs are all up now. So that's really cool. But yeah, go raid Cat. I adore y'all. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. I will see you guys tomorrow for Expedition 33, and I'm gonna go chill the fuck out.